Is planting a new flag in the artificial intelligence realm today at its Think conference, announcing Watson X. This time, Watson itself isn't the AI so much as it's a set of tools and resources to help customers tailor other AI to their needs. I spoke with CEO Arvind Krishna today and asked why OpenAI and ChatGPT have the spotlight when IBM spent the last quarter century telegraphing this moment with Deep Blue and the original Watson. Take a listen.
Some technologies take a time to mature, and I think to give OpenAI credit, they've achieved for AI kind of what Netscape achieved for the internet. By the way, the internet was more than a dozen years old when Netscape came along, but they really helped put it into perspective for the business leaders, for CEOs. It really inspired them to think about what the internet could do for business. I think OpenAI did exactly that. Now, if we think about the evolution of AI, the ones you're mentioning, machine learning, I would say that was maybe the Deep Blue era. If I look at Watson winning Jeopardy, that was the deep learning era. Very good AI, really useful, but still the burden to get it implemented was high. You had to get labeled data, experts built a model, and after 6 months of work, you could deploy a model. But that's a lot of work and a lot of expense for one task. With this approach of foundation models, you really build the model once, but then you can get 100 tasks done, each one over a weekend, not necessarily with experts. So when you get 100x improvement in the possibility of deploying AI for a business advantage, that seems pretty revolutionary. And that is why I believe this time the adoption is really going to take off, because we have met the hurdles of both the cost of a single model as well as of how to get it deployed. That's a pretty big deal, I think.
Talk to me about how IBM creates an advantage for itself here in the marketplace. Talking to Satya Nadella over at Microsoft, he's talking about combining the infrastructure with Azure, along with search and some of the applications work that they're trying to do, different layers, different lines of attack to try to take their cloud momentum into the AI era. How is IBM's hybrid approach potentially going to create advantages for you here when you've got these large hyperscaler players that are also...
Sorry, I deactivated my screen. Is it still playing?
Trying to dominate.
It is, yes.
Look, I think the hyperscaler players will get their successes, and with a lot of respect for what Satya is doing over at Microsoft, with what OpenAI is doing, actually also with what Google is doing and talking about, there is going to be an approach that succeeds there. But similar to how Red Hat succeeds in a hybrid cloud approach.
Not done yet.
The development of AI may have big implications for workers as well, and it's already starting to impact jobs. IBM CEO Arvind Krishna saying that the company plans to pause some hiring in the coming years for jobs that could be replaced by artificial intelligence. Now, Krishna making the comments in an interview to Bloomberg on Monday. This hiring pause amounts to about 30% of IBM's non-customer-facing roles over a 5-year period. And Akiko, when you take a look at the fact that CEOs, a number of CEOs are already coming out talking about the risks, talking about the fact that AI is clearly going to impact their workforce. Goldman was out with a note pretty recently saying that they expect AI to impact about 2/3 of jobs, but on the flip side, could also potentially drive about 7% growth in global GDP over the next 10 years. So yes, some jobs will likely be eliminated as a result of AI, but it could potentially here create many new ones that we haven't exactly thought about yet.
Yeah, I mean, you imagine for companies, it really is about improving.
And I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to share these 2 links. Grace, the subject for today is no more small businesses with AI. No more small businesses with AI. Now, I want you as I guess I would call myself a self-proclaimed propaganda sniffer. And I want to warn you against the propaganda here. Yes, GDP will increase significantly, Jerome. But when is the last time national, international GDP has increased and you benefited. Okay.
Okay.
I
Okay.
got your attention now.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good question.
Because GDP has been growing every year that you have been alive. Your wages have not. Okay. You understand? Savings accounts interest rates have not. And the US dollar has devalued every breath you have ever taken, unless you're older than 1913. If you were born in 1912, that statement is not true. If you were not, for every breath you have taken, the US dollar has devalued. That is a fact. This is a double entendre. Grace, would you mind Googling that? Double entendre? It's one of those.
Google will pick it up because I'm gonna spell it the best way I can.
Well, you know, just start with an E. It'll be right. Yeah, just start with an E. There you go. Yes. Yes, if you could. Yeah, Grace already clicking links. I tell you, I send Grace something. She between her and Melissa, they pay attention. I don't know about the. We can work it out. This is a double entendre. Yes, Grace.
Verify I'm not a robot. So.
Yes, because robots want to make sure you're not a robot.
Okay.
I think you should be good now. Oh, you're not. Let's try again. Good TV.
Thanks.
Okay.
All right, sorry, line. Okay.
There you go.
And the motorcycle.
All right. You are a terrorist, Grace.
Okay.
For those of you on audio, well, you can't click all of them. Okay, let's try that.
I'm about to turn this search bar off.
No. That's all right. This is fun. For those of you on audio, Grace can't get into Google. And you being too exact. I think stop. Right. I think you're being too exact. Right there.
Okay.
Go down one.
Right here. Okay.
Yeah. And then maybe one more to the left.
Go
To the left. Try that. All right. Try it again. We can't. The Google capture is capturing our attentions right now. Right. Okay. Try verify.
There we
Look
go.
at you. Look
Thank
at you.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay, the feds is listening. Listen right here. Look at it.
No, that means Google was listening, because you don't type in double and then entendre just pop up.
Right.
Google, calm your blank down. Right. Read it, Grace. A word or phrase that.
A word or phrase that is open to two interpretations, one of which is usually risque or indecent.
This is a double entendre that I am using. What's the name of today's topic, Grace? You can stop your screen.
Okay. The name of today's topic is No More Small Businesses with AI.
That's the risky part that you caught immediately. That I'm telling you, all small businesses are over. That's very risky to say. The other meaning, which is more we'll focus on today, is no more small business, because Janice now has at least 7,800 employees working with her company. Can we talk? Okay, there we go. Now I really got your attention. That's what the second part is what we're focusing mainly on today. That every last person listening to me has just hired 7,800 employees at minimum. Over the next okay, Grace, let me put my little weight on this a little bit. Now, I say I'm loving this.
Can you repeat that, Mr. Antonio?
Yes, the next 5 years. By my conservative thoughts, about 8,000 jobs. About, you talking to me, Shelley?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I
know. About 8,000 jobs, you get about 8,000 jobs will be replaced in the next 5 years. And I don't mean, hold on, I don't mean 8,000 people, Janice. No, I mean, what are we calling jobs? 8,000 positions, 8,000 different skill sets that you apply for today will be eliminated. I'm actually telling you the next 3 years, but actually, I'll push that further. I'm gonna tell you the next 36 months, because smart CEOs like myself, I've already built RhinoLeg till it doesn't need a single employee. I did that with intention. I told you I was gonna do it in November. I walked you every step of the way. Therefore, any other savvy CEO is going to savvily and savagely, both and, make sure that jobs that were required are no longer needed. And people are going to tell you, this is what they're going to say, Janice, because propaganda. Well, we're just getting rid of non-customer facing positions. You like that? Those fancy words, aren't there? Customer facing positions. That's some fancy propaganda Antonio got going on there. Customer facing. Grace, that means, obviously, jobs that face the customer. Customer service, customers, lies. RhinoLeg needs no salesperson. If I am artificially getting sales for you, why would you not think that I pointed that towards RhinoLeg too? Makes no sense. It makes no sense that there's lead generation for you, marketing for you, but not for the company itself. Duh.
Yeah, that sounds dumb. That sounds
It
dumb.
does. It's not, when you critically think about it, it makes
Right.
no sense that we have the capability for you and not us. Oh my God, I'm so benevolent. I just disabled that feature, Jerome, because we didn't want that for us. We just wanted it for you. Nope. I'm a capitalist. Let's make that very clear. Cool. Outstanding. That's number one. Secondly, Grace, if I'm a CEO, there's only two things that I want: more money and more money. Is there a CEO that disagrees with that statement? Is there a CEO here that the two most important things you want is more money and more money? I didn't ask for a human. I know there's a human going to say, I want more health. I didn't ask as a human. I said as a CEO. I could be on my deathbed. As a human, I'm not trying to be a CEO. But if you put me in the CEO mindset, well, if you give me some more money, I'll die accomplished. My friends, you do not become a CEO without being vain and ambitious and significantly selfish. I don't care. You could be Susan Sweet. Susan is a CEO. She is vain, ambitious, and significantly selfish. You cannot be a CEO on this planet.
She's strategic, for God's sake.
You understand? You cannot be. Now, that doesn't mean that you take these words out of control, everything in moderation, right? But to say, I'm going to change the world, the vanity on me, Jerome. For Janice to go, I'm gonna help women with homeless shelters, and the vanity on you, Janice, to think that women need help. But thank God for appropriate vanity. Is that okay? All right, don't get lost in the words, because that's kind of the difference between me and you. I don't get lost in words and propaganda. I understand things for what they are and what they is, depending on who you're talking to. You know, either one of those with proper English, Grace. I understand things for what they is. It depends on where you're at. Cross the tracks. That sentence makes sense. You know, that sentence makes sense. You cross the tracks. I understand things for what they are or how they are. Cross the tracks. That sentence makes sense. Just a different direction. You know, just a different direction.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know, you understand. I want us to receive that everybody here has 8,000 different employees right now. And I'm going to spend our next moments together. And for the time that is ours to share together, Grace, know what I just did. I am going to prepare you, teach you, and give you a strategic and tactical and tangible advantage to have 8,000 employees by the end of the day. Is that okay? Is this valuable? Is this valuable? Outstanding. Grace, I need your Google assistant. No, actually, I need your artificial intelligence assistant. Okay. Okay. Will you be using ChatGPT 4 at any time?
No, sir.
Outstanding. If you don't mind, if you can go there just real quick, I'd appreciate you. Grace is going to a screen. She's going to go to ChatGPT 4. You should just go rename one of these for Antonio. There's like number 4 in Antonio, and then
Gotcha.
oh, look at you! You've been doing it for human baseball.
Yes,
You don't take you and Melissa long at all. I tell you what, man. Between Grace and Melissa, they're gonna get everything God got for them.
Amen.
Okay, it don't take y'all long at all. Well, I tell you, y'all are executioners. Melissa don't let no grass grow under her feet. None. None. Okay, Grace, I'm sure you'll call this one for Antonio. Right? You're gonna put in,
yes.
Hey, my friend, mentor, whatever, just me. Antonio T. Smith Jr. is teaching a class right now. He asked me to tell you to give him 50 jobs that that artificial intelligence will replace. In the next 5 years. I need a list of 50, and you don't have to give me a description, just job, title, or industry is good enough. Now, y'all gonna learn today. You gonna learn today. Go
Anything
ahead,
else? Okay.
No, I just wanted you. Now, this is the only time you're gonna need ChatGPT 4. Once you get this list of 50.
We'll go back 3.5.
And then we're gonna say, give me a list that don't match these.
Okay.
You understand? But I needed some thinking to do this list.
Yes.
Grace, if you could, and I want you to read all 50, no matter how boring it is. Okay. As a matter of fact, let's switch it up. You read the first 10, Deanna, you're gonna read the next 10, and y'all gonna alternate. No matter how boring it is, people need to know that you're not thinking the way someone like me is. Go ahead, Grace.
All right. 50 jobs that may potentially be significantly impacted or replaced by
I'm going to replace that real quick. Excuse me, Grace. I'm going to replace that. ChatGPT must tell you legally, could potentially, because OpenAI CEO has put in place protection statements. Antonio is going to tell you these jobs are gone. They're gone. Okay, Grace, make sure we got all 50. That's why I asked for no descriptions. Yep. That's why I did that. No descriptions. Right. Run it, Grace.
Data entry clerk, telemarketer, bookkeeping clerk, compensation and benefits manager. Oh my goodness. Receptionist, courier. How can a courier replace? Anyway, proofreader. Because a courier, you got to go and deliver. Anyway, retail.
Do you?
Oh, okay. Because couriers deliver paper stuff. I can send that to the. Okay, I got it.
I can create an algorithm to distribute information, digitally send it, and when I need a physical presence, I can generate a U.S. postage first class which I never had to worry about
That's right.
the price, and then get the post office to do my labor.
Wow. Okay. All right. Courier, proofreader, retail salesperson, market research analyst, advertising sales agent.
We have taxi driver, fast food cook,
A fast food cook. Keep going. I'm sorry.
insurance underwriter, a travel agent, real estate broker, toll booth operator, inventory manager, paralegal, bank teller, agricultural worker. Okay.
Yes.
We didn't see the
Yes.
toll booth operator.
Yeah, California don't have them, and then Texas ain't got them no more now.
Right. Okay. 21, customer service representative, credit analyst, loan officer, cashier, seen that in Walmart, well, every grocery store, assembly line worker, textile worker, hotel desk clerk, librarian, postal service
No.
worker, newspaper delivery.
Right next, you have a sports referee. Wow.
Wow. Wait a minute. Wait.
Okay, Miss Grace.
If cameras and AI are attached, I'll never get a call wrong. And a
Wow.
game will never be determined by the referees, NBA.
Wow.
And sports betting will go through the roof.
Yes, it will.
Well,
Okay, my bad, D. Go ahead.
no, you good. A train operator, I can see that. Meter reader, I can see that because if you digitize all the meters, you don't need a reader. Mail sorter, I can see that. Warehouse laborer, prescriptionist, photo processor, parking enforcement
But
worker.
pause real quick. If you digitize all the readers, I mean, you don't just need a meter reader. You don't even need cash or coins.
Right.
It's
That's
all
true.
digital.
That's true.
Yeah.
So that nobody needs to pick up either.
Wow.
No, that's true. Galveston actually has those.
And
You
if
put
the,
in your license plate number and then you pay with your credit card. There's
That's
no
right.
attendant. no
That's
nothing.
right. Yep. Park meter. Yep.
okay, and if the power lines are underground, I don't even need maintenance. At best, Janice, my most expensive thing that I would have to do every 2 years is waterproof paint.
Mm. Wow.
Keep on going, man.
Transcriptionist, photo processor, parking enforcement worker, construction laborer. Well, we talked about that because you said that they have parts that are already manufactured and they're putting buildings together like puzzles and just put the pieces in the right spot and then you got a house. And a surveyor.
Right. Aircraft cargo handling supervisor, security guard. Okay, so if you don't need a security guard, do you need police officers? Anyway, farm
No.
labor contractor,
No, police officer jobs are done too, but we'll talk about that later.
film and video editor, insurance claims clerk, order clerk, payroll and timekeeping clerk, procurement clerk, shipping and receiving clerk, switchboard operator. What's procurement again?
To receive and handle something with great care.
Okay. That's
Mhm. All right, you can stop right there. Grace, stop your screen. That's just 50. So if you're just joining us this morning, here's what we've done. Today, tell them what today's topic is, Grace. I like when you say it. You make me seem like I'm on topic.
Today's topic is no more small businesses with AI.
And that's a what? A double and then the French word.
Entendre.
There you go. There you go. So I think it's a French word. So double entendre. It means a word that has risky meaning and a regular meaning. Something like, well, I don't have any appropriate double entendres, Jerome, so I will keep the podcast here Disney rated. Any entendre I got is.
It's in the definition, it's risque and
I'm a very risque personality. So, I'm consistent to my nature, Jerome. Consistent to my nature.
This is risque and indecent.
And I'm very indecent. That's why I'm just for fun, I was
You
oh
knew
my
he about to
God.
say something crazy. He laughed. Oh my God.
Oh,
I'm gonna pray for you. All right.
This is a long time ago, Janet. A long time ago. This is a long time. Don't judge me, Chef J. Actually, this is very judgeable. But to know thy own self is to be true. Okay. To know thy own self is to be true. But this is very, don't judge me, but this is very judgeable. Okay. This is out of line. Hide your kids, close your kids' ears. Allow me to explain. Just close your kids' ears. One time, this this opposite gender was trying to holler at me. Now it's like, why you acting like that? You stuck up. First off, I said, I'm not stuck up. I'm not really in the quantity. And she was like, why you ain't going off? And why you saying that? I said, well, because the kind of sex I like to have, you can't have with everybody. Y'all missed it. That's all right, though. Everybody understand.
They don't understand that.
Okay, thank you, Lord. Thank you for jumping in there with me. We can't do this with everybody. You understand? I am indecent. Grace, you're gonna get it on the way home. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hey, look, everybody.
Come on, that decent proposal.
Look at Law. Thank you, Law. Thank you.
Come on, that decent proposal.
Talk on the camera so they can see you, Law. Just so you understand.
Right. Okay. Because this is happening.
You understand. All right, Jerome. Shoot, y'all like a saved. Whole bunch of Christian youth in y'all church, though, with your saved selves.
It is. It is.
Okay, then. All right, then. Y'all popping out them youth every season. Okay, every season. So act like you ain't reappropriating. You understand? Anyway, Grace, we're using the double entendre. There's no repeat the topic again, Grace. I don't know why I feel let me do all that.
No more small businesses with AI. Don't blame the field.
No.
I think it's grocery day. That's why.
No more small businesses with AI. That's what we're talking about. It's double entendre. In one sense, I'm telling you, small business is out of business, but that's not the focal point of today, because that's not really what I believe it is. It's going to happen. Don't get it twisted. But what I believe mostly is every small business, due to AI, now has 8,000 employees. You no longer are working by yourself, and that is a blessing. Oh, it's been decades, Jerome. Every entrepreneur I have ever known has all at one point said, man, I wish I had a team. Come on now. I mean, Jerome, if I had your team, I'd be there too. Come on now. Oh, come on. Come on. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, if I had Gary Vee team, I'd be pumping out content too every day, Antonio. Come on. So what I had Grace do is I had Grace use ChatGPT 4 to show you 50 jobs that are going out of business. And some of them jobs, remember, and before I already knew it was going, I already know. I got jobs in my head you didn't even think about. I told you yesterday that the porn industry is in trouble. No, Jerome. This, if I was to venture into the porn industry, this is what I would do. I would have, I'm gonna use Phil because Phil is saved. I would have Phil log on. He would go 18 years old. Yes, I'm 18. And I would have Phil build what he wants to see.
Watch yourself.
Classic. Because I would have genuinely, Law, I would have you build what you want to see, exactly how you want to see it. In artificial intelligence, it would take me 30 seconds to generate your very favorite video. Yeah, I like video better than you like porn. Even porn, that's a bad word, but video sounds good though, doesn't it? Your very favorite video for consumption. Because we all know this here. Some of y'all are like me. Like I don't want no video I can't touch in real life. That's just me. I'm just, that's my aggressive nature. If I can't grab it, I don't want it. That's just me. Okay, that's just me. So, and most of y'all on here are like me. But we've all experienced the same issue with video law. You see, then I did it again. It's wrong. Video sounds much better. Video. You can say video at the lunch table. You can say it in front of your mama. Video. You made a video, baby. I sure did, mama. Double entendre. See it? Yeah. It came back again, Grace. Okay, came back. I sure did.
Why are you this way? Why are you this way?
He's nothing but a heathen.
Law, how much do you know? You spend 45 minutes looking for a video. The perfect video. Okay, all right, Law gets it. Okay. And if I was going in the video industry, there we go, I would eliminate that. You would see some of y'all get exactly what I'm talking about. I would eliminate that, and at a click of a button, you would get exactly what you want. And that's a Grace, that's $1 billion company immediately. Artificial intelligence. And I would do it.
I'm sorry. What you can also do is apply that same algorithm to other things. Like when you are in Netflix, or when you're in Amazon, or when you're on Walmart.com, Target.com. Use that same algorithm and apply it towards other industries.
So you can watch
not
a video.
Just video and get what it is you're looking for. Instead of searching Amazon in 45 minutes, you build your profile on Amazon. So Amazon, every time you log on, Amazon only delivers what you want to buy.
No, that is very true.
And then keep the suggestion aspect of it and make suggestions based on your specific profile.
That is very true, Grace. I didn't think about that. See you on video later. Did you get it? Did you get it? Okay. Yeah. Did you get it? Grace, check me out. There will be people putting elephant ears on the video. There will be people building sexy Smurfs. People are weird, y'all. People are weird. Okay. So you're talking about having total enjoyment the way you want it, when nobody can see it and you can't get caught, which is a little weirdest thing. And let me tell you something, whenever you sell someone's animal instincts, that's $1 billion industry. You don't have to believe me. Sigmund Freud created what we call today psychology, psychoanalysis, based off that theory. I kid you not. Sigmund Freud, the father, or unless you want to say his son, Edward Bernays, the father of Western or American psychoanalysis would be him. Sigmund Freud is the father, period. Said that human beings have animalistic primal instincts, no matter how much we suppress them. And if you can market to that, you can get people to buy anything. Don't believe me. Read a book. I actually have Sigmund Freud. I have it. I read it at least once a year just for fun. I have no idea why I'm a nerd. Or don't read. Go to PBS or YouTube. Type in PBS, Center Yourself, watch all 4 documentaries. The internet is a wonderful place to learn. And Grace, I just replaced the porn industry with AI. That is insane, because psychologically, all of us saying that it can't be possible. But at the same time, we all know, no, that sounded like facts. And when you could replace, I got you down. When you could replace intimate touch with artificial intelligence, yeah, we going weird places. We going places unexpected. Go ahead, Diana.
I mean, you can take it even further with AI when it comes to the videos, because you have things like Midjourney where you can create your characters and you can move it through another AI system and turn those into 3D characters, and then you can make that a video. So now you're also eliminating the employees in the video industry as well. So AI can pretty much eliminate the entire
This is correct.
industry.
This is correct. And to add to your point, I didn't think about it, but this is exactly what would happen. Like I know people, like this is exactly what happened. You would go to, if I give you the permission to, don't do this, and I do not condone this, but it's already happening now. If you look, one of the worst things happening today, and what's happening is, you know what? Let me let you Google it first so you can blame those people, not me. Grace, Google Twitch streamers upset with fake porn, because that's exactly what it is. Go ahead, look. Twitch streamers victims in deep fake pornography scam. Click it, Grace. Click it. No. Click it. Click it, Grace. Look. Scroll down. That's from January, but this is happening now.
There it is. Okay, I'm trying.
They're making deep fake porn of famous people. You can stop it, Grace. The seeing the article that is real, they're literally taking this to the Supreme Court. Because how can you stop Antonio from making the deep fake of Idris Elba? And his elbow.
Not his elbow. It is.
You understand? You can't stop me.
I get with you.
You can't stop me. You get it? Like this is here. This is here. This is happening. Okay, you stop it, Grace.
Okay.
So now that I've spent 20 minutes or 30 minutes proving to you.
Wait, question. Are you talking about the people that that really good at editing and they edit their faces onto the other person's body and say, oh,
not just faces. They edited the whole body.
Oh,
imagining what
I didn't know about that part.
They're imagining what they look like nude, or going, because once you dress and it's on the internet, it ain't hard to see.
Figure out your body type. Yeah,
it ain't hard.
What you could offer.
It ain't hard at all. Deep fake porn is happening right now, and most of y'all, or all of y'all, had no idea. That's insane, but it also makes sense because, I mean, Halle Berry been, fantasy since 1990. I mean, might as well, blah, blah, blah. This is what people are saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's what people are saying, though, right? You just think about this. You don't have a job that's safe. Is this okay? Now, here's the deal. All the people are going, this is inappropriate. You're going to be the first people to buy this. Let me first people. The people who loudly get uncomfortable. These are yin and yang. These are the most sexually oppressed people that do all those things behind the scenes. I promise you, the people who are spending the money on these things, they hold positions of great prestige. It's how it works. It's how it works. It's how it works, because if you continuously say what you are not, you are continuously hiding what you are. And you're not doing a good job of it too. You're not doing a good job of it. Not at all. You just can't keep doing it. You just can't keep doing it. So Grace, how do you have 8,000 employees? I want everybody to take Grace's note. Show your note again, Grace. I mean, not the note, the 50 thing. That's what I want you to do. I'm going to let all of you do it. I'm going to give you the prompt. I'm going to give you the prompt. You're going to copy and paste this 50. It's going to be an official notes. And the prompt you're going to use is Antonio T. Smith Jr. told me that 8,000 jobs will be replaced in the next 5 years by AI. Or write this down, Grace. Antonio T. Smith Jr. told me that 8,000 jobs will be replaced by AI in the next 5 years. If you type it, we can't see it, Grace. But you're not gonna press enter. We just, you're not gonna press enter nothing. Antonio T. Smith Jr. told me that 8,000 jobs will be replaced in the next 5 years by AI. Please give me another list of 50 that do not repeat this list. In fact, let me switch it up a little bit, Grace. Please analyze this list and give me another 50 of all right. Please, let me not look at what you got going on, because I got something in my head and that ain't matching it. Please analyze this list and give me another 50, regardless of industry, that do not repeat this list. There you go. There's your prompt. You don't have to. Yeah, there you go. Just you can take my name out if you want to. It doesn't matter. Just, you know what I'm saying. Now you're not gonna hit integration. You can just delete that. Put that in official notes, Grace. And I want y'all. Your homework is to go get a list of 500. I got one more prompt for you. You're gonna go get a list of 500. Is that clear? You're gonna get a list of 500. Once you get your list of 500, Jerome, here's your holy grail prompt. Share your screen again, Grace. I am a CEO of a small business, and I am looking to replace 500 jobs in my industry with AI within the next year. Wake up. Then what you're going to do, Grace, is you're going to say then, my industry is, now you're going to put the little, go to next to the letter P, Grace. Hit the little, yep, there you go. Oh, you do this so much for me. Oh, that was so nice. Your industry, you read my mind. Good job, Grace. My industry, don't forget put is. My industry, I would have just said brackets if I know you knew it. You know what I'm saying? My industry is blank. And I am giving you a list of 10 job titles, period. Please analyze this list of 10 and tell me how these job titles can be maximized to increase my bottom line by $100,000 a year. With each job title and each analysis, give me a short description of how you would use this job title in my industry, which is, and then put your industry again. I lost my train of thought, which is, oh, it is important that you use my industry, no brackets needed. And then, do I want to do it? No, that's it. Grace, what you're going to do now is go get 1 through 10.
So I can hit enter on this one.
Well, no, don't hit any yet.
Okay.
We're going to change it to my industry.
Oh, okay.
Yep, but go ahead. But copy and paste that prompt into Zoom, though, because you know Melissa.
That's it.
Well, she don't need it. She was typing as I was talking. You know, Deanna gonna say with her energy, she just gonna copy and paste. Melissa was typing as I was talking. Yeah, she was typing. She laughing right now. she was in the middle of washing her hands. She said, "Oh, this subject is too good. Let me hold on." Was that her? Look, she's in the middle of washing her hands. She was like, "Let me put this down real quick." All right, Grace, do me a favor. You put that in lineup. I mean, Zunette.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now shift enter. Give me the first 10. I just want to show people how much this is going to work. To see,
okay.
Jerome, the slick side, what I did is everybody went, well, I don't need a, you know, whatever the job description was. Yes, you do. The goal is not to find Grace. The goal here is not to find what you know. The goal is to find what the smartest brain on the planet knows. Now, Grace, go up everywhere it says brackets your industry. You're going to say AI powered CRM. So then I see how took the brackets out. We put in my industry. You're going to do the same thing with yours, Deanna. Same thing. But I got a nonprofit. Okay, then. We're going to put the same thing. Grace, Helena. I want them to see this work. No, read, Grace. Read.
Data entry clerk. In an AI-powered CRM industry, this role could be replaced or enhanced by automated data entry systems. This could save time, reduce human error, and allow for real-time data updates. The cost savings from minimizing errors and accelerating the data entry process could significantly contribute to your bottom line. Telemarketer. AI can automate certain tasks of a telemarketer, such as scheduling calls and following up with leads. Automated voice systems or chatbots can handle initial customer interactions, filtering out uninterested leads and saving human agents for more promising or complex cases. This increases efficiency and reduces cost. Bookkeeping clerk. AI systems can handle a lot of the routine tasks of a bookkeeping clerk, such as invoicing, payroll, and financial reporting. This reduces the likelihood of errors and frees up time for your financial team to focus on more strategic tasks like financial planning and analysis, which could improve your bottom line.
Tell us about the receptionist.
Receptionist. AI can replace or assist.
Oh, no. Tell us about the courier, because you was like, what?
Oh, okay. Courier. In an AI-powered CRM business, physical courier roles may be limited. However, if documents or hardware need to be moved, drones or automated delivery systems could be used to reduce costs and speed up delivery times. I did not think about drones. My goodness.
Salesperson, Grace. Look, because they can't
Right.
be salespeople, Antonio.
That's it. Retail salesperson. In the context of AI-powered CRM, an AI sales assistant could replace or enhance the role of a retail salesperson. It can provide customers with personalized product recommendations, manage inventory, and process orders. This can lead to increased sales and customer satisfaction.
My friends, you don't have to read no more. You know what? No, let's read advertising sales agent. That's too, because you can't replace advertising, Antonio.
I bought belly to belly. Advertising sales agent. AI can automate many aspects of advertising sales, such as identifying potential clients, personalized outreach, and tracking campaign performance. This can increase advertising sales efficiency and effectiveness, leading to increased revenue and profit. And
I feel like,
I think you had a hand up.
okay, give me a second, Grace. You're going to copy and paste all this team. You got homework today. You're going to give me all 50 of those explanations. You're going to put these in the official notes. They got to get their own 50. I'm going to put these in the official notes, but you're going to give me all 50 of these today.
Okay.
Then you're going to go to the 50 job postings that I have for the RhinoLeg that you already have.
Mm-hmm. Do the same thing.
Right, the one with the 2 sentence description?
Yes.
And do the same thing.
Okay.
I need 50 for those. I need 50 for here. You got it?
Yes,
Okay. You understand?
yes.
Okay. I know you got me. I know you got me.
You did say 50 in these 50 in the notes and to you.
That's right. That's now 100. That's now 100.
Gotcha.
It's now 100 jobs. Teaching y'all, I spoke up another 100, another 50 by accident. 100. See, I told y'all, get ready down. I told you that I did not need employees. I built it on purpose. I said very specifically for the first 12,500, Ken, Grace, and Monica is what I said. That doesn't mean I need them. Excuse me. I don't mean it in the way it sounds. I mean in the most respectable way. It means I am speeding up the harvest. Remember, wealth must be, okay, Stephanie, from what I understand, you've been around here longer than what I thought. So thank you. I didn't realize Grace was the person she was the person you was telling me about 2 weeks ago, Grace, until you mentioned it, until you mentioned it yesterday. And then she came from the podcast, if I'm not mistaken. At least she was been following the podcast. So Stephanie would have heard me say this before. Wealth must be bought or manipulated. So I am leveraging 3 people plus myself to manipulate wealth. Come on, Dion. See, hold on, Dion. Let me just vent real quick. Do not sleep on your access to me, because I dare you go find another platform freely giving away prompts and the blueprint for how you can if you do what I said, that's going to be 50 jobs. Then I'm going to have Grace. I think I already gave it to y'all. Grace, you're going to repost the 50 job descriptions of RhinoLeg in the 2 sentences. You're going to repost that. You're gonna share a document right here. That's gonna be 100 jobs. Janice, today you're gonna walk away here with 100 jobs and a plan to hire 100 people in your company today, except it won't be people, it would be artificial intelligence people. So if you know anywhere else, Shelley, that is giving you the blueprint, the prompts, and then the tactical strategy to hire 100 people for the humor consultants or the Grace app or Uncle Jerome media company, then you need to go over there. But if this is the place, waketh thyself up, because everything that has happened in the last 53 minutes is groundbreaking brilliant. Okay, go ahead, Dion.
And I was just gonna ask, so that we can do the prompt, can we have like the first 10 of the list of 50 so we can do our first prompt?
I'm gonna give you all of them. No, you can get all of them. I did it right now. Grace, you keep doing what you're doing, and I will get those 50. Don't worry about it. I'll give you all of them. No, I'm glad you. The reason I'm glad you asked that question is because I'm genuinely trying to give this away. I don't want it. I do want it, but I understand that you can't beat God's given. How about that? How about that, Jerome? How about that? See, I completely understand that the more you give to God, the more God gives back to you. And we got songs about that, don't we, Grace? The more you give, come on, gives back to you. Just keep on giving. Okay, come on.
Because it's really true.
Because it's really true. Tell them the next part, Grace.
You can't beat God's given, no matter how you try.
No matter how hard you try. So I just understand that somebody has to comfort my people. And I'd rather be the comforter, Grace, than the one that needs to be chastised. Wealth of the wicked, Jerome, is laid up for the righteous. I'm trying to apply for blessings, Janice. I ain't earned yet. You hear me? Yeah, crazy as hell. You think I'm gonna miss my blessings holding back? I'm already a heathen. I need all I can get, Janice. All I can get. You hear me? I know y'all ain't never sinned. As for me, I can't remember my first sin, my first millionth sin, or my first 2 millionth sin. I don't remember the sins I did yesterday. Oh, but grace. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. I took myself too fast, too far.
See, I told you it's still in you, man. It's still
Watch it.
That's not like that Ragu commercial. It's in there.
Well,
You, bro. Watch it.
My dad keeps reminding me that I'm still pastor because I got y'all, and I'm which, by the way, be ready, because Assembly of Wonders is where I lay my hat. So be ready. Just be ready. That's my heart and soul. All right, so it's in the chat right now. I will also share it on screen. So down there you go. You got all 50. Like, please don't. You got all 50. Here it is right here, just for the screen purposes. Grace, this is probably going to be too long to put notes, but maybe you can copy and paste in the show notes as well. But do it last, so if it get cuts off. As a matter of fact, Deanna, can you do me a favor? Do you mind going? You ain't got to do that, Grace. I got you. Well, don't put it in the notes, because what I'm doing, if you can upload this to Wasabi in the 40 webinar thing, make it public, put no spaces. Can you do that, Deanna? You probably don't know what I'm talking about. That's okay. I got you. Hold on. RhinoLeg, job, titles, descriptions. This is all 50. Right? Okay. This is 14. And then, oh no, y'all ain't supposed to see that. Wait a minute. I may have got the wrong one. Oh, I did. Well, you know what? Y'all actually got lucky. I gave y'all the one with the top secret questions, but that was actually the first version. There's a new version, so God wanted y'all to have that. God really
That's right. Ain't no mistakes.
I really wanted y'all to have that. Let me tell you.
Too late. I already downloaded.
Too late. I already downloaded. I ain't giving it back. I already downloaded it. Yep. I already downloaded it. So there you go. It's right there. And then down upload to Wasabi, but save it with no spaces so the link don't break. Just put RhinoLeg 50. Just put RhinoLeg 50 or something like that. And then within seconds, put that link out in the chat. Grace, then you copy and paste the title. Put the link, and anybody on podcast can just go to the cloud and grab that link. That's how you do that.
Okay.
That's how you do it. Same way we did the personal finance sheet when I was in the personal finance class. Same way. There you go.
Yeah.
That way. Yeah, that way you ain't got to worry about the show notes. I mean, we worry about show notes, but that way we don't have to worry about it running out on y'all. Let me go back to this giving real quick. Stephanie, the reason why you can't be God's given, and it doesn't matter what y'all believe in, but this is just know that you are God. See, when Janice gives to me, I'm just other Janice. They just told her to call me Antonio, but I'm other Janice. See, there's no us and the them. No. There's just one. There's just us. So every time Janice gives to me, Janice is giving to other self, other Janice. So immediately, catch it. Here's my fingers. Immediately upon giving to other Janice, Janice is giving to herself. This is the ways of life. This is okay. She say, I got it. This is the ways of life. In order to understand the ways of life, well, to understand the ways of life, you got to be still, but that's a different subject. In order to understand what I'm saying is you never lack anything until you stop giving anything. Because the only way you can lack, Janice, is when you break this cycle of giving. Because if you're not giving, then other Janice is not receiving. And other Janice is simply you. That's very high up there. It's complex, but I made it as simple as possible. As you give to grace, grace ain't grace. Grace is other Jerome. And upon that giving, you have activated a seed that will multiply in great multiplication.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm about to.
Okay.
Now I got it. When you
Got it
okay.
now. Okay.
I
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. See,
got lost now.
okay. If one get helped, I did my job, Jerome. It's true. It's very true. And the people who tend to fall out with giving people aren't givers. They and when they do give, Janet, they give with incorrect motives. It's a scripture for that, ain't it, Jerome?
Grudgingly.
Yeah, you have not because you asked not. Yes, grudgingly out of obligation. Yes, yes. You have not because you asked not. But even when you did ask, you didn't ask right. So I had to take that too. James 4, by the way, if he was wondering. But yes, it's true. Okay, it's true. So now this is what we've covered so far, Grace. And it just took an hour and 1 minute. That's pretty impressive. An hour and 1 minute. Should you have taken notes? Like I'm looking at Deanna right now, she's multitasking, which is good. Yeah, you have my permission to multitask right now. I would tell you when to stop. Because I know I can't give all that. She didn't even hear me. She only hear me calling out. Look,
Yeah, I heard you. I'm sending the link for what's happening to Grace.
Get it done. Get it done. But this is multitasking time right now. Because I gave you too many golden nuggets. Not to be like, well, I'm not going to do all the work, but I'm going to organize all the work because I'm not, that's what you're doing right now. And I get it. I get it. Grace, there's a smaller list of 50. You have it though. It's like with a 2-sentence description. I wouldn't.
Yes. Okay, don't put no, gotcha.
What I'm talking about for you and your own work, you can just copy and paste.
Right, with the 2-sentence description.
Yeah, because if you do use that one, you're gonna have to go skip. Yeah. You just don't put yourself to that. Don't put yourself to that.
The link that Deanna just gave me, what's the title?
No, it needs to go in the Zoom chat too. Zoom chat.
Okay. What's the title for it?
50. You're gonna put RhinoLeg 50 job description with hiring questions. No spaces. Oh, spaces for you, Grace. Deanna did it right. RhinoLeg 50. Yeah.
So that was the right document I was supposed to put in, probably, right?
It was not the right one. It is the right one because the Lord said Jerome needed yes, it was not the one my flesh was going to give you. No, not at all.
You have to put the right document in there. Some right.
Oh no, you put the right one in there because Jerome apparently prayed this morning. That's what happened. So God's will got done. And that's what happened. So yes, if you're asking, did you do the right thing by God? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes. If you're asking, that's what I wanted. No, I didn't. Well, I want my secret sauce out there. The hiring questions. But I remember going back and changing the hiring questions because the prompt I used to get those, it kept repeating the thing, and I don't want that. I don't want that. But that's perfect. If you got the same 25 or just about, for each job industry, it's perfect. That's not what I wanted, though. That's not what I wanted. So it looks like Jerome's prayers have been answered again. He got a habit of his prayers getting answered, don't he? Every time he prayed, God just bend in his favor.
That's it, Jerome. Uncle Jerome's prayers get through to the master. Okay.
I mean, God,
Favor isn't fair.
It ain't.
I'm got a habit of getting there. I know the stuff too. It's like blessing upon blessing. It's just a habit.
It's a habit. Between Jerome, Stephanie, and Chef Jay, they gonna get all the blessings, Grace. Just save us some, okay?
That's it.
Save us some. Shelly mama too. Shelly and her mama. They gonna get all the blessings. Just save us a little bit. They found their window. Yeah, save us a little bit. Save us a little bit. This is what we covered so far. Right now, all these jobs are gone. If you ask me, I would tell you the next 10 years, we will be on the brink of civil war, but not from like slave and no slave. It'll be have and have nots. And this sounds very bad, and I know it does. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not selling you nothing. So there's no reason for me to benefit from scaring you. Like, I have nothing to sell. There's no pitch coming at the end of this. There never is. You never get to the very end, Janice. If you want to hear part 2, if you want to hear the rest of this, I never hit y'all with that, right? So I'm not selling anything. So I'm not scaring you. I'm positioning you that the next war that we have as a country is leaning towards civil war between haves and have-nots, because we can't keep sustaining taking from Phil and Janice and your ancestors, Janice, and your children without pushback. Every action has an opposite and equal reaction. We can't keep giving 18-year-olds $100,000 student loans that are owned by the government. We can't keep sending people to prison for non-crimes or for non-violent crimes. Like, we literally have more people in prison for crimes against themselves. Why would you put a crackhead in prison and not in the hospital? Smoking crack is not a crime. It is a disease. You don't roll up on somebody with renal failure. Oh, you need to go to jail. That makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense to put sick people in prison, but we can't keep doing it, because prison, and this isn't a liberal argument to release people from prison. This is a capitalistic argument, Grace, to understand that the country that had the most slaves is now the country that has the most prisoners, because the 13th Amendment makes them slaves again. I understand the money. So you may think I'm liberal. I'm actually extremely conservative. I just understand the money and how the system works. And you're 100 jobs, Janice. If you take me serious, by the time your website get up, because I didn't check yesterday, I just got the message that you got the email yesterday. I'm glad they sent you the email, because I told you it wasn't me. God dog it. It wasn't me. I told you. Glad they sent it to you. For real. By the time your email get up, you need to be thinking, use artificial intelligence to show that description again, Grace, when it said you could use this for that. Like, literally, it tells you a courier. And what you start doing with that, Jerome, is you figure out, how can I build drones for my business? And here's the crazy part. Oh, you still going. Keep going, Grace. Keep multitasking then with your multitasking self.
I just got done with the 50 that you.
You're doing well, Grace. You hear me? You're doing well. You keep on keeping on. All right. I told you, y'all can multitask. I'll tell you when not to multitask. But right here, AI can automate payroll keeping tasks and blah, blah, blah. So stop right there, Grace. So you say, well, I need to make a payroll division. And then here's the deal, Deanna. Now, don't multitask right here. Stop multitasking just for 2 minutes. Grace, show number 47. I'm giving y'all a prompt, so don't multitask. Show number 47. Grace, read number 47.
Payroll and timekeeping clerk. And AI can automate payroll and timekeeping tasks, reducing errors and saving time. This could result in cost savings for your company and could also be a feature in your CRM for clients who need to manage payroll and timekeeping.
Okay, Grace, copy and paste number 47. Okay, right there. Now go to ChatGPT 3 for me. No, we're not gonna have you waste a prompt here. Go to ChatGPT. You know what? Let's do it, Grace.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do it.
You sure?
Let's do it. Shift enter at the top, please. Pay attention. This is I promise you can go back to multitasking. I'm giving you a prompt. Antonio wants me to build the payroll department, but he doesn't want any employees. He wants it to be completely artificial intelligence driven. With that being said, artificial intelligence driven.
Okay.
There you go. With that being said, comma goes right there. Thank you so much, because my master's was going to get upset. With that being said, I want you to give a 25-step process to build an AI-driven payroll and timekeeping department for the AI-driven CRM company. It is vital that these 25 steps are not general steps, as Antonio is, and the company, Antonio and the company has the resources, has the resources such as machine learning, deep learning, and AI skills to pull this off. Now, of course, let me stop right here. What you're going to do is replace my name with your name. And then when I say a skill, you're going to put your skill there. It's real simple. You're just going to, right, pull this off. Your task is twofold. First, give me the first 25 steps. Second is to teach me, or second is to teach me and give me the tools at your disposal to accomplish these 25 steps.
Oh, bad man.
Okay. Copy and paste that prompt, Grace, put that in the chat. Make sure you put that also in the official notes. And before I hit enter, y'all, before she hit enter, Grace, yeah, put when you're gonna stop your screen, I want to pay attention to me. No, just, you can actually multitask now if you want to, but
I'm here.
I would listen to what I'm saying.
Right.
Janice, I'm just talking to you. They eavesdropping, they nosy. If you go one by one and use that prompt, you will have 100 jobs that you can use AI in with your skill sets. If you show up for 2 hours a day for 1 year, and if you can deal with feeling stupid and inadequate for the first 3 months, next year, not only will you be the leader in your industry, the quality of your life will change so much you will not even recognize your life, because nobody in your industry is going to have the dedication and the drive and the fortitude to look stupid for the first 90 days. Nobody. Jerome, as far as I'm concerned, realest thing I taught all year has been today. Shelly, which go ahead, Janice.
Got it. That sounds great.
Got it.
I got it.
Y'all hear me? Stephanie got it. I know Melissa already on it. Listen, just hear me out. The top 1% understands that my job is to outwork you. I'm not, Janice is a little bit over 30. and she fine as hell. Everybody can't do that. We ain't all blessed genetically. You know what I'm saying? No, the great statistic it is. Everybody can't make people fall in love with them like Jerome and Dion instantly. Everybody can't be sexy chocolate like Law. Everybody can't have a servant's heart like Jesus Christ, like Shelley. Everybody can't cook like Chef Jay. But I promise you this, you ain't gonna never outwork me. I guarantee you that. I mean that from my soul. I don't know. Stephanie, I don't know what you do. I know you do it better than me. But outworking me? That's a choice. Oh, no. Mm-mm. I ain't gonna do it. First off, I'm not in competition with you. But don't stand next to me thinking you're gonna outwork me. Will Smith said a long time in the 1990 interview, if you're on a treadmill and he on a treadmill, he gonna die on that treadmill before he get off that treadmill. I can relate. Jerome, I can't be smarter than you, but I damn sure can work harder than you. That is a choice. That's a choice. As soon as you get tired, I'm going round 2. That's a choice. And as crazy as that sounds, I bet if you treat your relationship like that, I bet if you outwork dating your wife, I bet your relationship get better. Huh? Uh-oh. See what I did there? See it, right? I bet if you start outworking the side chick trying to get your husband, I bet your relationship get better.
Watch this, Will.
See, that's why I go wrong, Stephanie. I say too much. It's not too much. I just cut through the BS. If you outwork, the little hell demon, you had nothing but heaven in your house.
Amen.
Janice, you get this 100, and I promise you, the reason why people can't outwork people is because the first 90 days is gonna be, oh no, you're gonna hate Janice. I'm gonna listen to Antonio. And in 5 minutes, you're gonna feel inadequate. It ain't gonna take long. Oh, that God of inadequacy is coming early. And coming to stay, Grace. Oh, you want to start over your whole company 7 times. See, winners aren't winners. Winners are losers who don't stop losing. Everybody think winning is the absence of losing. No, winning means I keep losing. Oh well. See, notice I didn't say winners are losers who don't stop. No, I said winners are winners who don't stop losing. You never stop losing, Grace. There's no positive. There is no positive. You're looking for the positive. Man, I got to win one day. Did you show up?
Right. I've heard when I was in the MLM industry, they say winners are losers who learn how to win.
That's it. Why your confidence so high? My confidence is not high because I was born with high confidence. My confidence is high because I've been losing since I was 6 in a trash can. What the hell are you gonna do to me? I ate.
Antonio,
yes, sir.
they say number 2nd is the first loser.
Yeah,
it's really the last loser.
That is a very interesting take. Yeah, very interesting take. Never heard that before. Shelley, what you gonna do?
First time I heard it, my lips were moving.
Shelley, you know how many years I ate out of a trash can? I was when I was with Deanna this weekend. She didn't notice it. I had to make her notice it. She didn't even say nothing. Did you remember that lady I told you was eating out of the trash can? See, I told her she didn't even hear it. See, and that's the deal. See, That's the deal. She didn't miss it. It's not in her worldview. She has no background for this. So what happened, the universe made that whole thing invisible to her. But the lady had on a blue shirt. She walked right past me and Deanna, downtown Houston, and started looking at the trash can for something to eat. And I told Deanna, I said, well, I respect that. The only thing she did, and I was like, and I made the comment, I was like, dang, she ain't got to throw everything out the trash can, leave it in the street though, you know. But ain't nobody trying to think about litter when you're hungry.
Amen.
My basic needs ain't met. F this street. You understand what I'm saying? My confidence is sky high because what I went through, how many losses I have taken, not how many wins I have achieved. Winning only teaches me to be arrogant, superstitious, and lazy. Losing makes me hop back up. Come on, Law. He coming, he going to the booth, y'all. He going to the booth. And I got to narrate it for the people in the audio.
It's so funny that you say that, right? Because they hired this new manager, right? And because I have been in the world of addicts, I know he's an addict. And I'm just like, can nobody else see his behaviors, his mannerisms, falling asleep, that he's always disappearing, you know, and I see all these things. And it's interesting that you say how you clearly you saw that person, you know, because you had that experience, because I grew up with the experience, I know that.
Like people go
and
to
I'm just
booths.
like, yeah. So I'm just a little baffled, like the kind of people that they hire within this company, because I'm just like, as a leader in past companies, I've done the hiring. I know what it is. I've been a young leader. Do you just hire anybody? Like, I just don't understand. I don't get it. And the other part to it is, it's also not for me to get. It's to create a better experience for someone else. And I think that's what I'm here learning, because half of the stuff that go on, I'm just like, yes, maybe no.
That's it. No. Spot on. And very wise wisdom for you to know that this ain't for me to get. It is for me to create an experience far better than this one. Very good. Very, very good. Very good. Very good. I just want to stick on this one point before I just give you this last thing. Janice, again, they eavesdropping, they nosy. I don't know why they always listening to when me and you talking. I don't know why they always listen. If you show up for that first, I'm telling you, that first 90 days, you're gonna need the whole armor of God. You hear me? The whole armor.
Can I call you in wine?
You're gonna have to. Like I told Law the same thing, little Law. We're gonna have and pour a drink. We're gonna drink together and wine together. I'm gonna let you get it all out. I'm not gonna correct you. I'm not gonna say, well, you know, it's coming. Nope. Get it out. Get it out. Me and Law do that, like, because we both been in tech companies, and me and Law, every now and then, Law, the flash your camera so you can let her know. Every now and then, Law call and be like, man, I just needed to just, it's just tough because the bills gets expensive. Yeah, I have no idea. These bills get expensive on this tech side. They do. That's why I try to build everything from scratch. I don't like third parties. It's just, I take the longer route so I can control my expenses. It's difficult, but I mean, RhinoLeg has a $40, the basic price has a $40 profit margin. So without that, it would be something like a $4 profit margin. You know, you risk and reward. You know, it's more risk, but the reward is greater. This is what we learned so far, Deanna. You've learned how. Well, the first thing you learned was ain't no job safe, and I don't know why they keep lying to y'all, because they're gonna say, oh, Shelly. Wow, most jobs. Well, some they're gonna say. Some they're gonna say most. Most sounds too dangerous. Well, some jobs are going to be replaced AI is going to create others. Ain't for you. AI not creating jobs for you, Grace. AI is creating jobs. You know who AI is creating jobs for right now, Stan? For right now, Janice? Somebody who's 6 years old right now. Grace, what graduating class is 6 years old? What year did they graduate? This is 2023.
2023. So 12 years from now, 2035.
Yeah. That's who AI is creating jobs for right now. Class of 2035. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Let me see. I'm gonna tell you how I can think like that, because when like the NBA trades, Grace, and they say we'll give you 4 first-round picks, and so yeah, they're saying this player is so good, we won't try to build again until that 12-year-old is 19. This is what they're saying. This is what they're saying. I need you to get, yeah, Shirley, AI is going to build jobs. For the dude that's 6, for the little girl on the tablet watching YouTube right now, my daughter 5. AI definitely gonna create jobs for her, not for you. And then she gonna have to fight for them. Because she ain't the only 5-year-old out here, ain't she, Janice? There's a bunch of them out here, huh? There's a bunch of them. There was a whole bunch of Lenny Williams going on that year. You understand? There's a whole bunch of Marvin Gaye going on. She wasn't the only 5-year-old, Grace. You know what I'm saying? You know, wasn't the only 5-year-old back then. Should be 6, July 2nd. Should be 6. So what is that? That fall? Marvin Sapp was not Marvin Sapp. No, we can't do that to Marvin Sapp. You gotta move Marvin Sapp out the way. Marvin Gaye, I mean, the Marvin Sapp don't do the same thing Marvin Gaye do. Those are two different vibrations. I promise you, when Janice pour a wine to do karaoke, it is not Marvin Sapp. Do you understand? That Marvin Sapp is for the car and cleaning on Saturday morning. And get the house clean. You know, put on some Marvin Sapp, clean the whole house. But Luther, that's for karaoke. You understand, Grace? Luther's red wine, Silk. This is 90s R&B. That's for Patron.
God.
That's for Patron. Yeah, can wine. Silk is for Patron. Yes. Trene's so silly. Silk is for Patron. You understand? Silk is for Patron. Any 2000s and up R&B, that's for tequila. That's for tequila. For tequila. You understand? Grace, yes, the jobs are going to get replaced. But they ain't for you. Somebody need to tell you the truth. Antonio, you're wrong. Well, I'd rather be wrong and create my own wealth than be right in the unemployment line. And I don't know if y'all ever tried to file for unemployment in Texas, but that ain't what you want. Texas don't want you on food stamps. Anyway, go ahead, Deanna.
If we do what you're telling us to do, we will be those companies creating the jobs for the 6-year-olds instead of not having the job in 2030, whatever.
Excellent
You just said it was crazy. Dawn will be graduating in 2034.
Oh, yeah. See, there you go. See? Yeah. Class of 2034. It's getting hooked up right now. You're right. So be the ones creating. So here's your last step. Oh, let me recap. You got your 100. You got 50 in mind and 50 we just made up. You got some good prompts. Now, the motive here is not to be smart. The motive here is to tell artificial intelligence to be smart. And You go create 100 employees, except for they don't need to get paid. Come on, Holy Spirit. Again, I promise you, law is already too much. Give law 100 AI employees that generate him 100 streams of income that he don't have to pay a commission for. If you think he too much now, oh, you haven't seen 30 million thread count sheet law. Oh no, they don't even make them sheets. He gonna figure it out though. I wonder what 30 million thread count feel like, honey. Can y'all make that? Yeah, you can make it, baby. If you can't make it, you're fired. Give me somebody who can make it. That's law. Give me somebody who can make it. You know what? Let me buy this company. I'll make it myself. So what you're going to do, Grace, is once you get these one by one, you're going to get those steps. Can you show them the screen? Did I hit enter on the little 25? You probably had to hit continue from where you, oh, okay, that's what good. I was trying to make, that's why I said 25, not 50. Look at it, Grace.
Are we doing, the first number you gave us was a list of 500 jobs that AI will eliminate.
Right. I want you to get to 500, but I'm telling you, if you just got 100, yes.
Okay.
Keep going till you get to 500. But if you can stop at 100 for now, for today, I want you to do 100 today.
Yeah,
I want you to do 500 total. I want you to do 100
I just asked for
today.
additional 50. It's at the bottom of this.
Okay, show them the original prompt, Grace, for this.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
All right. So I wants to build a payroll, blah, 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 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, right? Remember that thing, payroll. This is for one department. Now, Grace, go down. 25-step process, define your objective, blah, 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 gather data, clean the data, blah, blah, blah. Okay, good. Scroll down. Feature engineering, scroll down, split the data, scroll down, train the models, blah, 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 right? Stuff I already knew. Cool. Now, oh, it gave me the steps inside the steps. So that's it. Okay, good, perfect. So now what I do, this is what you do. Here's your last thing. Go up to number one, Grace. Your prompt is gonna go like this. You're gonna copy and paste whatever number one was. And you're gonna say, I am ready to build. Actually, you're gonna put, I am ready to build this, colon, copy and paste. Shift enter. In this case, define your objectives, clearly outline the tasks you want AI to perform, such as calculating wages, making payments, etc. So what you're going to do is then you're going to go to Google for each one of these steps. Okay, Law leaned all the way in, so he gets them dropping bombs. You're going to Google, you're going to go to Google. So go to Google real quick, Grace. And what was this called? Payroll. No, I'm sorry. Share your screen real quick, Grace. Share your screen real quick on ChatGPT. Now go to what this was. It was payroll and something. What was it? Payroll and timekeeping
clerk.
Okay, go copy and paste payroll and timekeeping clerk.
Just the title.
Just the title. Now you're going to go to Google so you can save with your prompt. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put in all the best functions of payroll and bam, right? Of what you copy and paste. Bam. Right here. We just looking for a good list. 5 payroll, 10 best payroll companies. Keep going, Grace. Nope. Okay, payroll and timekeeping salary, blah, blah, blah. All right, there. So payroll, timekeeping, job description. So that's what we'll do. So what we'll do is we'll go get a job description for this here. And then is it scrolling down, Grace? There we go. What you're going to do is keep going. Responsibility is what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Copy and paste. Monitor staff, the attendance.
Oh, sorry. It just goes fast. Okay, there we go.
No problem.
Okay.
I ain't worried about the high school bachelor's degree. You can get rid of that. I just want the requirements.
Oh, the requirements or the responsibilities?
I mean, the responsibilities.
Okay. Come on. There we go. Yeah,
easy way is just to hold shift. Right, ma'am. I go back to ChatGPT and share your screen differently now, to where everybody can see it pretty big.
Oh, okay.
Watch this here, y'all. The prompt is, I am ready to build this. You're going to copy and paste what you got. Then you're going to go to Google and get a list of what this is, so you don't get general answers. I'm ready to build this. And you're going to put, what you're going to do is, after copy and paste, you're going to put, please analyze my list below. No. Oh, don't worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah. He would. No. Go up top, because they might be using ChatGPT and they may not be able to process that data.
Okay. You want it here or?
Yep, right there.
Okay.
Please analyze my list below and build out my logic and basic implementation to have AI accomplish all I have listed. Please make any improvements as needed. Now, copy and paste that prompt, not the list, but the prompt. Y'all gonna have your own list. This is the last thing. You're gonna put that into the chat now. You're gonna put it in official notes. We are now done. I want you to see the results. Grace, what you're gonna do now is, as you scroll down, okay. You're gonna hit
Enter. Oh, enter. You ready?
Yeah, you can hit enter, because what we're gonna do is, you're gonna need one more prompt.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do now, you need one more prompt, y'all. After this, and Grace, you heard me say this from the video games. What you're gonna do after this is, you're gonna put, please. You're either gonna ask, it depends on what you're building. You're either gonna say, please show me this basic implementation. That may be code, I have no idea. Or you're gonna say, what else can we add? So write this down, Grace, in Zoom chat. What else can we add to this to improve our AI capabilities? That's all you need. Copy and paste that. That's going to be your follow-up, because I asked for a basic implementation, and you can use that last prompt. What else can we add to this, until you feel you got everything you need? But hold on, Grace, go up to number one, because here's the deal. This is number one is for no multitasking. But you're about to see real quick is not the entire payroll and taxes and whatever it is done. You're only about to see, Jerome, number one. Remember, I got a list for number one. Grace, go show them the basic number one. Number one was define your objectives. So I just need y'all to get, I got 24 more. Now scroll down, Grace. And look, monitor staff daily attendance, use facial recognition or biometrics for attendance tracking. AI process this data in real time. I feel like I don't even need to read them more. When I can check if you clocked in through facial recognition.
That's great. Wow.
Anomaly detection algorithms can identify unusual patterns in attendance, such as frequent late arrivals and absences. Stop it, Grace. Stop it, Grace. Stop it, Grace. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm done. We're going to open it up real quick just for, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. Or Antonio, I understand the words you said.
So for each one, for the last prompt that just happened with the monitor. Okay, so number one, monitor staff attendance daily. This last prompt, what else can we add to this? Do we do it one by one? You want me to do it,
I would do it one by one.
Okay.
Absolutely do it one by one, because you're going to get truncated responses if you do. I would do it, like, take your time and do the work one by one. One by one. Grace, your task, I'm going to build that whole thing out. Okay. Why do I have Grace doing that? Is because I need to do it? Nope. Because I have a task for Grace for her own app that she got me doing. You understand? And she needs to learn how to do this. I'm making some sense now, ain't it, Grace? I must be a strategic thinker. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So what I want to do is, Stephanie, can you talk? I want to see. I'm gonna get some feedback from Stephanie. If that's okay. I don't know if she can talk. She may be like on a treadmill or something. And she need all her breath. I used to hate when we used to run and we had to sing cadence.
I can talk. I'm driving.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, just any thoughts? Was this helpful?
Yeah, very, very, very helpful. I work with small nonprofits, so you just outlining all of that is mind blowing. So I'm just like I was running around the room because I'm like, this makes complete sense.
Okay. Well, congratulations. You know what she just said, Grace? You just told me cha-ching, Antonio. Okay. Because I work with a small profit, they're not going to do the work. So it sounds like I'm charging them $2,500 a month to do it. Thank you, Antonio.
Do you want the 25-step process in the notes?
What 25-step process? Oh, yeah. It need to be in there. Okay. That's a fundamental part of building. Because remember, I promised Janice that you would leave here with the tactics. I didn't want to just, that's why I don't do too well at, like even, see, I'm gonna get in trouble again. Motivational speeches and sermons are kind of one and the same. You tell me I'm a sinner, and then tell me God can fix it, but don't tell me how. Was that too much?
That was deep.
Like,
the preach. That was deep. Real deep.
You understand? Real talk. Like, I don't need motivation. I need practical steps to achieve whatever you just told me.
Bishop,
yes,
that
sir?
is powerful, because yesterday I was interviewing my pastor and we were talking, and she said that we as preachers, leaders, whatever, we heal, we hurt and heal. I said, but a lot of times preachers just hurt and don't give the solution to know how to heal. And that's why a lot of people are going around saying that church hurt is because they got hurt in the church, but they didn't heal them. They rebuked them, didn't give a, what's the word for it, Bishop?
Plenty. I mean, they rebuke you and then give you a little pat on the, oh, it's gonna be okay though, a little band-aid.
Yeah.
They give you a whole eulogy. But don't feel bad, Grace. We'll be burying you though.
Yeah.
Yeah, plenty. I mean, Grace is in a fantastic church. Starting to become progressive just a little bit. Not too much now. Your pastor ain't gonna have that now. Grace, do your church have a place for single women?
No.
Okay. And how many years has that been the case?
Ever since I've been alive.
Okay. So 2 generations is what Grace just said. 2 generations. And here's the deal. That ain't the pastor's fault. Church has a hard time placing single women. You don't know what to do with them.
But how you know what to do with a single man? What do you do with a single man?
See, and that is a great question. First off, ain't that many in the church, number one. And I ain't talking about just because they get snatched up real quick. It just ain't that many in church. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't that many in church. There's more women in church than men. Listen, we all know this. Okay? Women run the church. If y'all don't know that, then y'all better get out your ego. Because if you snatch women out of church right now, ain't gonna be no more churches. Every church alive is gonna be dead immediately. I dare you take women out of church. He said, ain't no more church. I don't care if it's a mega church or not. Women run the church for real. Now, say it again, Deanna.
I'm going to ask this question. it may start up a little bit, but it's along the lines of what you're talking about. The, the little sea church,
Local
little
body.
sea church,
Local body.
the local body church was created to as a point of control. It is also known in biblical that if you disrupt the woman of the household, it disrupts the household. So is the reason why there are more women in church than men is because that was their way of controlling, like they allowed more women to go, they kept the men out, working in the field so they can infiltrate the women, and then they send the women back with the seeds planted. I was just asking because it just when you said there was more women in church than men, then it makes sense to get if you draw more women to church and you fill them with this philosophy, and then you send them home and they start spitting this philosophy at the house, then that kind of disrupts some soils.
So let me. The reason I hate to do it, you have a good idea, a good theology, a good thesis. It's a bit 21st century, so you're going backwards and going in. And unfortunately, that puts a little bit of shine on the ladies. The reason why women are in the church, it has nothing to do with women. It has everything to do with the fact that when I become a leader as a man, I need Phil to be a boy to follow me.
That's also part of that control, because if I force the man to be a boy in order for him to follow me, then that shifts the men out, but the women are still blind.
It does, because what happens is I'm the pastor now, whatever that may be. And now I need Law to be a boy if he gonna follow me. Because only one man
put his pants on just like you.
This you get it, like
just like Law.
And sometimes when women come past do the same thing. Only one queen bee is here, right? You get what I'm saying? Once we become a leader, we want people to become children to follow us. But great leaders allow people to be geniuses without being offended. Right? Without being offended. So now what happens is this natural dynamic. Now I'm going to take it out of gender and I'm going to put it in masculine energy, feminine energy. Is it okay? Because you don't have to have, you could be a woman with masculine energy, and you can be a man with feminine energy, right? We all have both, but and God is both. But so let's take it out of gender roles. I'm about to say something. So now when Stephanie gets home, after hearing Pastor say some stuff, she's in her feminine energy coming to tell me what another man told me to do in my house. So now she's bringing in masculine energy to another masculine energy. And throughout the nature of carbon-based creatures, Janice, when two masculine energies fight over one territory, somebody got to die. It's in the animal kingdom, and we are the head of the animal kingdom. Here's a pride of lions. Who is the strongest lion here? You got to die. So then, therefore, in order to keep Stephanie, I got to kill. Don't bring that church stuff up in here. And it's not church in itself, but it's that. Don't bring that masculine energy up in here. And now she goes to church and I do not. And there it is. It goes back to primal animal instincts. And this is regardless of gender, because if you're the woman and you run your household, it's even worse for women who run a household because you can see through a pretending masculine energy, can't you, ladies?
Don't bring that fake stuff over here.
Wait. I'm gonna get the ladies to say something.
Go running across the street.
Is,
Don't do that.
ladies,
Don't
is
hurt
it
your feelings.
that y'all can see when there's a pretend masculine energy just fronting?
I will hurt your feelings. Don't do that. Don't do that.
See,
Hurt
all of them
your
shaking their
feelings.
heads. You can see it. So now it's so hard for you to find leadership.
Give us an example, sir.
I don't want ladies, y'all. I can, but I don't see. We nobody's stupid. We know when this leader is unstable, but pretending to be stable. And if don't nobody else know that, a woman does.
That's true. That's so true. You can't tell me what to do and trying to lead me, and you can't even lead yourself.
Boom, there's your example, Grace. There's your example.
Come on.
I didn't want to say it because it wasn't my place to say what a woman is feeling. I'm just telling you, women's radar are quite sensitive. Why you don't like him? That's not what he pretend to be. Here's the crazy thing, or it happened in reverse. It happened in reverse. You'd be like, Stephanie, I don't know. I heard so about him. Well, you know what? I ain't seen it. So until I see it, I'm gonna make my own decision. Is that right, ladies? Come on now, don't fool me now. Until I see it, I make my own decision. But thank you so much for trying to determine who I hang out with and who I listen to. See, that's a flaw in itself, right? That's a flaw in itself. So no, then you're right. You have very good thesis, but it really comes down to that problem is truly a man problem. As much as we want to wash it to a church problem, a spiritual problem, nope. It is a man problem because Phil needs to be a boy to follow me. You understand what I'm saying? And what happens is you don't get the feels because you can't make Phil a boy. Because Phil ain't gonna do it. Jerome ain't gonna do it. Laura ain't gonna do it. The only men who follow me are men with their own kingdoms. Weak men cannot stand me. Oh my God. They hate me so much. So much. The only men who follow me are men with their own kid. This is all the men here are saying. Go ahead, play. You got it. I'm trying to get what I need. Anything don't fit, I'll let it go. Let it go. They all say the same thing.
Eat the meat, spit out the bones.
Say it again, Prophet Jerry.
Eat the meat and spit out the bones.
Spit out the bones. I mean, just go get rid of it. Don't get rid of it. I want you to build all 100 of your stuff, Janice. And then what I want you to do, I want you to deal with that. I want you to eat that and know, this is my last thing I'm going to tell you, do not, under any circumstances, play the short-term game or the long-term game. Don't do either. I want you to find a place in the middle. It's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it the 1 year game. But you got to be present to do this. This is very difficult. Kobe Bryant explains how he thinks playing to win is not smart. And then I forget what he said, like playing to lose is not smart either. Because if you play to win, then you're always afraid of failure. And that's not strong enough to propel you. And if you're playing against people, right, that's not. You got to find this common ground in the middle to play for. And that way you can perform without being afraid of failure. Makes sense. I'm gonna tell you something very similar. I want y'all to think about this as losing or releasing weight, excuse me. Now I know you fine, but we all want 5 pounds gone somewhere. or at least maybe not gone, but relocated. Like you understand? If you just put this over here, my hips, I appreciate it. This is a relocation of weight. Something like that. Like you like your weight, but this isn't wrong spot. You can just come up a little bit. Add a cup size or something. You know what we're talking about. You know what we're talking about. I don't want you to look at your weight for a year and doing what I've given you today. Don't look at the scale. Don't look at the scale. I want you to show up every day. Don't look at the scale. I know. Look at love. Look.
That's so hard because I'm driving myself crazy right now.
It is. It's hard. It's hard because you work out. You look at the scale. Don't look at the scale. If you're going to do what I have given you today as we close, Stephanie, don't look at the scale, because what's going to happen is you're going to say, "Man, I keep building and I keep building and I keep building, but I don't see nothing." You ain't gonna see nothing right now, because the task I gave you is called vertical ownership. That means, Janice, you're going to own the grass and the cows and the knives that kill the cows and whatever they do with the rest of the cow stuff that nobody use and make that ground beef. You own that too. And then you're going to own the butcher. You're going to own the railroad tracks to send it to the store. Then you're going to own the railroad itself. You're going to own the cars, and you're going to own the store itself. That's vertical ownership or vertical leadership. And that takes time. So don't look at it for a year. But I promise you, if you keep showing up and if you keep doing your job, this world will be yours. That's a fundamental fact of life. Keep showing up, keep doing your job, and the kingdom of heaven will be added unto you.
Oh, Bishop.
Yes, sir. I'm done.
Before you close, I need to fall on the sword. I've been doing my 40-day Pathbender.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for bringing it up, because Grace impressed me so much last night. Keep going.
And let me just come out and say it. A lot of things have came up, and some days I have forgotten. But on like day 4, day 5. Now, am I still in trouble? Can I still be in the group?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. That was good. I was going to tell everybody this morning, this is at your own pace. I had everybody start the same day. I did not intend for you to actually finish the same day. I know better. You understand? I know better. And while the Pathbender is a very short read, it's a short read because it ain't meant for you to read, Janice. It's meant for you to do some stuff.
Some work. Yes.
Oh, it's tough. It's tough. So I am done. I just want Grace to explain to you, because me and Grace talked about this last night, how she was going to talk this morning. I forgot all about it. I'm so glad. Grace, take us through. You're very welcome, Janice. Take us through you on day 6, you said? It was day 6 today, or was day 6 yesterday?
Day 6 was yesterday.
So you're on day 7.
Yes. Today
All right,
I'm on day 7.
So in your best words, before you give us some examples. So we're done. If you got to go, you can go ahead and get out of here. I'm just have a talk about this just for people to be excited or something or motivated. I have no idea. We'll figure it out, whatever the Lord wants to do. But Grace, tell us in your best words, no sales stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Pathbender 40-day challenge?
Okay, the Pathbender 40-day challenge is you working on yourself like for real. You got to be intentional. You got to be intentional about working on yourself. Because day 1, start with gratitude every day. Okay, start your day with gratitude. Write 3 things that you're grateful for. For each day, and then it just keeps progressing and progressing. And I completely forgot what day 2 is about. But
you ain't got to.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Just keep going.
Day 6 is journaling, and it said just start journaling all of your thoughts and emotions, even the uncomfortable ones. And I was like, okay, that makes you got to tell people that, because people, even if you're because you're the only one seeing your journal, you still got to You still got to tell people that because I'm glad you said that because I'm like, yeah.
And it's so tempting to lie to ourselves, ain't it?
Yes, it is. It is. I had to tell myself, hey, Grace, you're gonna be you don't only want to read this journal, so just go put everything out there. Put everything out there. And so I started journaling last night and just write something. And then one of the assignments in the journaling is reflect on what you've written down and look at it from another perspective other than what you wrote down. Because it makes you reflect, say, man, I don't like what Deanna did. I felt like this when she said this. But then since you got to reflect, oh, but you know what it did teach me that I should, and so it does that, So looking at your thoughts from a different perspective, can get you together, okay? Get you together real quick. Like, oh, this is why you go to school, it's over. But yeah, but the journaling is really good and it's really helpful and it helps you to really work on you if you allow it to work on you and stop lying to you. So.
Yeah. She's the only feedback I've gotten. I haven't asked nobody, and I asked her last night. I was like, "Well, how does it read?" Because I wrote the whole thing myself. Like, this is yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, his word was do it sound like this is what the white people be doing? I think this sounds exactly like what they're going to be doing. Okay, you got to be intentional.
I said, "Great, so it sounds like what the white folk be doing." That's what I said. She said, "It sounds exactly like what wealthy people say." Right? That's what she said. So it's path bend is obviously something that is real. It's what I've seen through experience, but I just called it something that is relatable to me. Bending your path, and trust me, you want your path to be bended to your will instead of always having it bent by somebody else. Trust me on that. Trust me on that one. That's just not something you want in your life. It's just you don't want to keep living your parents' life for you. It's the fastest way to unhappiness is to live someone else's thoughts in your life. The fastest way to unhappiness is to live someone else's thoughts for you and to live by their judgments and expectations. The fastest way to unhappiness. The fastest way to hating yourself is to look at what other people got and then look at what you got. And then you'll automatically do what I just said. Start living other people's thoughts and judgments. And then you will hate yourself. You will hate yourself. You will absolutely hate yourself. This is why the 10 Commandments say, do not covet thy neighbor. Covet is to look at someone else's stuff and say, I ain't got that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I believe that there are no boundaries. There are no conventions. There are no stars in the sky that don't belong to you. If you hear music, you wrote it. If you see a work of art, it was inspired by you. When you come back, and you will be the greatest thing that ever happened to this planet. And right now, you are. And there is nobody better than you. There is nobody more important. There's no light more bright. And there truly is nothing more sacred to this world than you. And that will never change. Not today, not tomorrow, and not ever. Okay? Go ahead, Law. No, go ahead, Law. I got you. Oh, you just got called. Not ever. Grace, you hear me? But we should be bending our paths now. However you want to do it, you're grown, Trinace. Do what thou will. But there is nothing on this planet that God loves more than you. When I was with Joel Osteen, 2012, I was complaining because I was doing this mission trip to China and I couldn't afford it. Hold on, let me get Law first real quick. Go ahead, Law.
Sorry, I got this pain in the tail merchant. Just people just so dumb. What was I be having to try to control my energy? What was I gonna say? Okay, my energy is kind of. It's interesting that you're doing this now, and I think I need this because I was talking with Twin Fame, and I said, "Do you think my emotions and my energy kind of change too quick or very fast?" And he was like, "Yeah, because it'll be one moment you be happy go lucky, and the next minute you just silent."
Me and John
And
were
I
having
was
that
like,
same conversation not too long ago.
okay. And sometimes it could be toward him, sometimes it could be people in general, but I always find that I go silent because I don't want to say something that would be out of character or mess up what it is that I'm attracting to me. So I try to reprocess and collect myself. And that's usually when I tend to go silent. But I'm working on trying not to let it consume me, right? Because I woke up happy, but I ended up getting angry. And I ended up getting angry because of my mom today, because she has no regard for anyone's time.
Yeah.
My sister and I planned something for her, and as per usual, she was late. And because she was late, we didn't get in. So we had got tickets to a show, we didn't get in. And I knew we wasn't going to get in. My sister still wanted to go, and I said, "Okay, I'll go with you, not a problem." And I was like, "I know we're not going to get in. Like, I just know we're not going to get in." Of course, we didn't get in. So immediately, I just left them and I went to work, because you have no regard for time, and it's just so frustrating when it comes to my mother, because it just is no regard at all, and it's continuous, and we continuously have these conversations to the point that I just don't want to plan or do anything for her, because I know how it's going to be, and I don't want to be mad, I don't want to be upset, I don't want that energy, but it's consistently happening.
Yeah, so what happened there was, I can tell you exactly what happened. And Law is speaking to everybody. What happened there was something Law wants so bad was in that place. And the way the universe works is it'll use people to get you to that place. Those people are going to come with their perfect realities. But you've conspired to get that major breakthrough that you needed to go to the next level. And it was in that place. But when people come, they come with their perfect realities too, Grace. And if you're not in tune with your star player, as Cat Williams would say, if you are not tuned in, tapped in, turned on, did I get that right, Grace? Okay, that's Abraham Hicks. If you're not tuned in, tapped in, turned on, more of Antonio style, if you are not sitting and moving to your next best move, and that's Oprah, if you are not bending your path in that moment, those people have bent you out your breakthrough. See, it was never about her being late. You bent your path so well that it took someone who was going to be late, so you wouldn't serve them. You would be in tune with the breakthrough you were needing, but it passed him by because his attention was on his mother's lateness and her character. The good thing is, it's coming again. Like, God don't make you wait. It's coming again. And it will continue to repeat over and over. I guarantee you, if you receive what I'm saying, watch it show up today. It's going to keep showing up. Until he receives it, it will keep showing up. If it takes 45 years, it's going to keep repeating that lesson until he gets it. But I promise you, it's not a lesson for him to learn. It is something tangible for him to ascend. That's why it came with the thing that pisses you off most. Because, Thinker Rich says this, right? Every failure has an equal opportunity of winning. All right. Nothing that day, today, can make him more angry than his mama being late. You hear me? Which means whatever he wanted was really, 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 really good. Because that was the failure. So I'm saying this with great understanding, with 100% conviction, 10 toes down. I know something today or the next 24 hours equivalent to the level of your silence and passivity is going to be, you finna have a great breakthrough. It's going to be equal to how much she got on your nerves. But remember, whatever you look at is the only thing that exists.
That I understand. And you know why it's so hard is because, all right, so we got tickets to one of the shows, right? That was gonna, be live or what have you. And I'm so focused on what I'm manifesting. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be in the front row. I don't know who I'm gonna connect with, but it's somebody that I'm supposed to be here that I'm supposed to connect with, right? I got on the perfect outfit, everything, like I'm in it. And then my mother comes into it, and I'm just like, I should have just left.
Let me bless you. You know how Joel Osteen got his big book deal?
No.
He was standing outside. He already had a book deal. And, oh no, he wasn't standing outside. The publisher was standing outside. And what's this line doing here? And a little tension for, one of Joe's books, He picked it up, caught the energy. And outside, not inside, outside, Joel manifested outside in lateness. Hey, good book deal. Hey, can I publish your books? I'm sorry, we already got it. Tell Mr. Joel we're willing to do that. Well, you know what? Could you tell him, let's set up a meeting? That's what happened. Just like that. And what seemed like a random encounter outside is where Joel's life has changed. He takes no salary from the church, right? It's his books and stuff, okay? So to the idea of you wanted to manifest something on the inside, which was great. But as for Antonio goes and his human experience, Stephanie, I have never manifested something the way I thought it was going to happen. Just nothing ever popped in my life that I thought it was going to happen the way I thought it was going to happen. Not one time, not almost. Nope. Just never happened. It just never happened. So it was there standing next to you outside. I know. And all the frustration. And here's the reward. Because if you're not careful, Think Girl Rich tries to explain this to y'all in later chapters. Loss of love. If you're not careful, Grace, you will hear what I'm telling Law and say he missed it. Nope. No. See, people who are successful, when they fall in love and love ends, what happens is they get bitter. And those people always end up poor. When you fall in love and love ends, and it will, see, you've been taught, Shelley, love comes once in a lifetime. That is a lie. In fact, the people who taught you that, they divorced anyway. I probably wouldn't even listen to them. Just to be honest with you. Love is fleeting and love is abundant, and it always comes. And your breakthrough is just love. It's crazy how y'all say God is love, but love only comes once in a lifetime. It's crazy. It's crazy when you critically think about what you're actually saying. It's crazy how y'all be. Y'all say some weird stuff. Law, it will show up again. And it will show up as a matter of fact, it's going to show up violently today. I'm going to tell you right now, because I gave you the answer. So it's going to show up violently today. So here's what's going to happen. Love is going to show up, but something today is going to bother you. This is why I don't give answers. So what you're going to do is I want you, as soon as you get bothered today, pause and expect. Whew. That came on my accident.
Yourself.
That came on my accident. That came on my accident. As soon as you get frustrated today, pause and start looking. And if you don't know where to look, I'm gonna borrow from Jerome. Look up.
Okay, now today's Thursday.
We don't know what to do.
But our eyes
are on you. But if you don't know where to look up. It'll fall.
Look up. Nah.
That's it. I promise you, Law, whatever you've been asking for has showed up. It's the only reason why the opposite also showed up. Never forget that. The opposite just happened to embody your mother. Your mother was there to usher in your breakthrough. We just can't see it that way because we're so busy blaming people's character. But remember, it is in the presence of your enemies, not your mother being an enemy, but that spirit is where your table shows up for you.
Bishop, can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
With that, and not throwing shade to
Thank you for your transparency, Law. No, Law helping everybody. I already told you I was done and y'all can leave, and apparently y'all want blessings and stuff. Go ahead, sir.
And no disrespect to Law and Law Mom. Law said that he knew already she was going to be late.
Right.
So
She's been doing it all his life.
She's been doing that all his life. So is that already?
Oh, you mean his intention? His intention, like did he manifest in himself? Well, in a sense, he did. In a sense, he did. But the truth is, she would have been late regardless, because that's her choice. That's her perfect will. What he manifested was the frustration. No, what he manifested was the frustration at her being late. Because she was gonna be late regardless. She's gonna be late tomorrow. The only time she's gonna be on time is for death.
And even that's gonna be late.
Okay, that's gonna be late. So there you go. Okay. She gonna die
late. Prophet, don't take no shade. I'm not that type of individual. You ain't gotta worry about that. You can express how you feel. It makes nothing to me. The only difference in this situation is because when I do know it's going to occur, I exit. I did not exit. I stayed, and that I feel is my mistake.
And
whenever
it
that
also
happens,
could be what the universe is trying to reverse for you now. Exiting. See, what got you here won't get you there.
Yeah.
And where you're going now, it may be a great reversal. It may be.
Okay.
It may be. And we're not talking about a reversal of, we're not talking about a reversal of tolerating things. We're talking about a reversal of staying so that breakthrough can come. Get the breakthrough and then exit. Exit with your breakthrough. Don't exit with an attitude.
Yeah, because I would have exited with an attitude. I definitely would have. I would end up releasing it, but I'm working on trying not to do those exits with an attitude because it's still not in the same energy in which I want to be. And that I recognize, and that's what I'm therefore trying to work on, is just when something is consistently happening over and over, it's just like, come on. And where do you get this from? Because I'm not this individual, and that's the hard part. And I was talking to my sister-in-law too about her upbringing. She got adopted, was abused by her adopted mother, forced scared, that whole situation. So she and I had that same experience, but she's the complete opposite of who raised her.
Yeah, that's fair.
She has a bright light. People like her, this and that. Her mother is not that individual.
Yeah, sometimes we reject that stuff and then become the opposite, right? Yeah. No, you're right.
Correct.
You're absolutely right. No, listen, I promised myself. This is what I did. I told God, I gotta get $100 billion. It was me talking. It's time. 100 billion. I probably said million by accident, but I didn't. Billion with a B. Because I need to build this city. So then my sacrifice is, I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give everything away for free. Now I was already doing it, but I started lavishing it. Please listen, there's a point here. And I said, so I'm going to give it away for free. So I jump on the morning call, start giving away for free. And then it happened. My standards showed up. Two things happened. Like law, I'm out. This morning call, y'all was sleeping on what I'm giving away. That bothers the hell out of me. Let me just tell you. It bothers the hell out of me because, which leads to my second problem. Because I ain't got to do this shit, spirit in me. I don't know if y'all.
We all got that spirit.
Okay, well, I hope you don't give me too much credit. I ain't got to do this. Hell. And I was tested. But I want what I want so bad. That this morning call has attacked that spirit in me every Monday through Friday. You hear me? And then giving away for free, Grace. First off, I'm a hustler. Let's just start there. You understand? First off, ought to be a cover charge on this joy. You hear me, Jerome? Cover charge. I'm thinking $9,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? Up front, just to get on this call. You hear me? And I'm being nice because I got an inner circle that's $99,000. Yeah, like I got that written down. I just ain't executed that yet. That's what I'm thinking, Jerome. I ain't gonna lie to you, cuz I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm telling you what I'm thinking. So now this call attacks my pride. Because I be having stuff to do. And so now my pride is in the way. This call has attacked that pride. You mean two H's, heathen and hustler. You're right. Pride is in the way. And then that holy grail of it all, Jerome. We gotta do this. You don't understand. That's strong in me, Jerome. I don't know. That's strong in me. That's now. You're right, Grace. We all got it, but it's strong in me. And I can't wait to tell somebody, I don't need you. Can't wait to tell them. Can't wait. It comes from the trash can. It comes from that brokenness. It comes from being 6 years old, completely all alone, completely forgotten. And I needed people and they did not show up. So the reason I can recognize in law is a great reversal, because that same I don't need you spirit that made me rich, God wants to break that.
Come on, Reverend.
In order to get to 100 billion, so I can give this away and create heaven on earth, that I don't need you spirit got to be broken. I said it was a point here. I'm at my point. If you didn't, I'm at my point. If you didn't catch it, once you start feeling tingles and chills, that was my point. You understand that? That was my point. The point was and is that what made me, what gives me reason to put my chest out, God loved and God blessed up to a point. Now, God has broken it. Because what got me here, Jerome, won't get me there. Come on, Law.
So I think mine's is the opposite.
That could be.
Mine's, I don't know if it is opposite or not. Mine would be that I always feel as though I can never depend on anyone. It has to be me because my experience is that people always fall short.
You and the good witch. Yeah, I got the same thing.
It's consistently happening. And that's been my experience growing up. in fourth gear and everything. And I'm trying to get out of that thinking, but I'm always reminding it's constantly happening. So therefore I don't ask for help. I try to figure out ways of doing that, my ways of doing it
Careful,
my own self.
careful, because the resistance to the law of attraction is disease. Okay, so careful. Okay,
And
very careful.
the mental health challenge was my disease. That was the result of it.
Okay,
I get it. I know. I get it. I understand.
Okay.
I'm still reminded of it. I try not to be in that spirit as much.
Because you're not going to manifest no regular disease. Oh no, not law. Your disease going to be as flamboyant as you.
How I'm the most outgoing person and I got agoraphobia. People still can't understand it. How the hell you got agoraphobia?
That's the only thing you would get, law. It's
A
something
social
crazy
butterfly
like that.
flopping around, got agoraphobia and is afraid of people.
Exactly.
It make no damn sense.
None whatsoever. None whatsoever. So you're gonna attract a major disease if you're not careful. Resistance to the law of attraction is disease.
Exactly. And that was the result of that. And that's what I learned at 23.
Yeah.
At that young age, you know.
Yeah.
But my follow-up question would that be, because you said I'm gonna end up being frustrated. And I know I am, because I still have to go back to the environment.
Let me change that. You're gonna have the opportunity to be frustrated.
The opportunity, okay.
You don't have to be, because if you pause and expect, you'll see your breakthrough right there in that frustration. Keep going though. But I misworded myself. You're gonna have the opportunity. You don't have to go with the frustration.
Pause and expect. What am I expecting? That's the fun.
Well, see, that right there is the $1 billion question. And I'll give you all the answer. Now, if you're not ready to receive, you're just not gonna receive it. What am I expecting? And God doggone law, that's the holy grail of the question of all of them. Because the answer is simple and it's all simplicity. You're expecting your next right move. If you can just trust that your soul is guiding you to bliss, to bliss, to bliss, that's what's happening. The church would say, and it's a great example of understanding this, your flesh is blocking you from that, right? And it's a bit of a flawed example, but it's such a great example to understand, though, that there's a part of you. Flesh, the church uses flesh in 3 ways, or the sacred text uses flesh in 3 ways. In this particular case, talking about your lower nature. Your lower nature, which this is why it's so perfect that the church got this down perfectly. That lower nature of God, of law, who is God. Big him is guiding him and guiding him, but that lower him is always blocking him and blocking him and blocking him. You get it? That the church really gets that right, really gets 1,000 points there on that. And that's you, law, and me, and us all. But it's not a bad thing. It's just part of the human experience. Without it, we don't get to enjoy life. Right? Without it, we don't get to enjoy life. So, law, what you're going to be expecting is very simple. Your next right move. Sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small, but it's always best and always, and I kid you not, you can see it when it has no resistance on it. If you're ever wondering what it looks like, it always looks like the path of least resistance. Always. That's how you know it's God. That's how you know it's your next best move. You'll sit there, and every sacred text says this, you'll sit there in the middle of chaos and serenity will show up. Your next right move will always look like the path of least resistance. It's like, it's equivalent to, if I was writing a book, I would say this angel let you hold her hand past this chaos. Always. 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 You got your mic unmuted, Mom. I don't know if you know. Always.
Oh, I had no idea. Thank you.
Yeah, I got it. Always. Stephanie, I don't know what you want, but I know what it looks like. It looks like ease in one of the hardest days of your life. It looks like a light in a cave that scares the hell out of you. See, and I'm not telling you that all your joy must be attached to pain. That's what I'm telling you. That there's a flaw with the church right there. There's a flaw with the church right there. That the local body, that in order for Jerome to be blessed, he has to be cursed. That's a flaw. That's what we teach. You know, man's life is come finish it for me, Grace.
It's a few days.
Full of trouble. That's a flaw now. That's a flaw. And while that sacred text is infallible, the text is not a flaw. Our interpretation of it, Jerome, is a flaw. Right? I love your text. But you got to watch when people like me start talking about your stuff. Just because I'm in it don't mean I know it. Okay, go ahead, Prophet Jerry.
Or another one. If you suffer with him, you'll reign with him. Take that out of context.
Complete out of context.
Out of context.
Complete out of context.
Go do the God.
In that particular text, that simply means witness. If you witness with him in that particular text you just brought out, that's more allocated to witness with him. But you know, our word for witness is martyr. Like the word, like martyr, is the Greek word that we've made witness. Like we've made to suffer to witness, but that's not the Greek word. The Greek word is martyr. And doesn't this well? It could mean witness or martyr, but that's not what wasn't its original intent. But as long as the language is alive, it will always change. That's the beautiful thing about language. And I know time is over, but you chose, so I'll be faithful to you. And I'm telling you that today is going to be so good. And here's the crazy thing, Jerome. Some of y'all don't deserve for it to be good. Your intention has been poor. Now you deserve and worth, but I'm talking about you've been planting nothing but bad seeds. How? I'm not planting them on purpose, but you haven't been planting intentionally. You've been on autopilot, and your autopilot is pretty toxic. And you still gonna have a wonderful day. You know why, Grace? Because you're hearing me now. You're not just listening. You are receiving that in the middle of your day. I promise you, every time something happens, God happens too. I know you got them. Let me pull my gift out, Grace. I know you got $9.27. And you need a check today to get to work tomorrow. Help me, somebody. And I know that you have been praying and you've been doing all the right stuff. And the only reason that you in that situation you in right now is because you put everybody else first but you. And I get that you are so godly upset by that. You're upset, but you're not sinning. Y'all know what I'm talking about? You know? Like you're frustrated, but you're happy. Like, I know I shouldn't be here. And I'm not necessarily thanking God I'm here, but I'm not complaining either. You know what I'm talking about. That's that mature folk frustration. You know, ask Jerome, he can tell you all about it. He can tell you all about it. That's that mature folk frustration. I'm mad, but I'm not tripping.
Well, you testifying right now.
But your time is coming. And it's coming because you are the glorification of the story. And if you don't win, who gonna hear the story? No, Shelly, I'm talking to you and your mama. If you don't win, how can we know how good your God is? See, y'all letting life and people like me, Chef Jay, convince you that entrepreneurship will be a struggle. No. It's a struggle now. Because God is using Chef Jay. All that's happening right now is substance for the videos you about to be doing. Your marriage is not. Let me go back in my gift. Let me go back in my gift, Grace. Your water will get cut off. No. This week. And that book you want and that thing you really praying for, it's not going to happen until the fall. But you got faith. You're manifesting. You got faith it's going to happen right now. It's going to happen today. God don't want it to happen because the thing you think you need is not the thing you need. Let me push you further, Grace.
Wow, Bishop, before you even go further, this is so powerful. Let me tell you something. Yeah, remember a couple of months I told you I was trying to get into this low subsidized housing and stuff. Okay, so all that stuff, the lady said, okay, we gave you 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. The lady is moving out, and when she move out, we'll go in, do some things, and then y'all be move in. I just called the other day. Now, this was in April. I called the other day. They said, oh, we're waiting on contractors, waiting on this. We're waiting. Now, I done manifested this because I'm tired of paying $800 and some odd dollar rent.
Yep.
Well, I want to pay at least $300 that I can save up money to buy my house, to buy my wife a house.
That's right.
That's what my loan goes.
That's right.
Or in my path.
And it's a good goal.
So, but I'm rushing it. And now you're saying, wow.
I'm in my gift. No, don't worry about it.
They said the other day, God is up to something. But I'm like, I want it now.
I know, right?
I don't want to have to go.
Is he the only one?
I don't want to have to go into June.
Is he the only one that want it now?
By far, no.
Prophet Jerry, let me push that further. He don't just want it now. I'm tired of not getting it.
Hello.
I need.
No, you understand. My friends ain't doing half of what I'm doing, and they got it.
Come on, sir.
Come on. I know how to get in the driveway, Jerome. I know how to get in the driveway.
You driving the car.
You gotta make Steph there mute her mic. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you understand? She ain't doing, and what she doing is wicked over there. And you blessing the wicked. And not me. Hell, I might as well get over on people too. Come on.
Just and unjust.
Just and unjust. You're right, Jerome. I get you, Prophet Jerry. I get you. And I'm telling you, you're right. The problem with your prayer is you praying for $22,000. That ain't your season. $220,000 is your season. So what's being delayed, Susan, is not the thing you think. No. See, the thing you think, Deanna, is going to help you is smaller than the thing that's coming.
Watch it.
You saw the law said that part. The thing you praying for, the thing you got all your ducks in a row and all your energy on, it's a blessing. You're gonna get that in the fall. Mark these words. I want everybody to come back to me and tell me about it. But the thing that's coming by June, well, that thing. In fact, I'll tell you exactly. I want all of you to pay attention to June 21st. Okay. So what's going to happen is I'm telling you right now that if your blood is racing as I'm talking, if I done woke something up inside of you, it's your time. If you fit the description before June 21st this year, that's almost a little bit, month and a half away. Your life will fundamentally change. And I'm not talking about spiritually. You're going to hold it in your hand. There is movement in this season. And I'm telling you, you are the key story in this movement. This is why I ain't in no rush. I ain't in no rush. Let me jump back in, Grace, because it's a few more folk I ain't called they situation out directly yet.
Because you got Stephanie running. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, let me finish calling a few folks situations directly out. I know that if you don't get this done right now, the person you love is going to suffer and their health going to slip. I know it's going to happen. And I know you're right about it. But the thing you think going to fix it is too small for the love you have for this person. Come on, help me, somebody. What's getting ready to come to you is the permanent fix, not the situational fix. So you trying to heal the disease. What's getting ready to happen is that whole person's vibration is about to be restored. So you trying to be medication, that's temporary. But this permanent meditation, that's forever. We're not trying to simulate wellness. What's getting ready to flow from your hands, Susan, is permanent wellness. And I'm telling you.
Yippee, I'm happy about all that. I was just about to put in the chat, hope you're talking about me. And you said that, like my finger was on there getting ready to do that.
Look at God moving. I'm telling you, Law, it is true. And here's the crazy thing. And I'm talking to people like me now. You know who you are. And you don't necessarily deserve it. I'm not talking about your worth. I'm saying you ain't really been working the way you said you were supposed to be. And you've been pretending, but your heart's been in the right place. You're not unjust. It's just by conventional wisdom, Antonio. You ain't really planting no seeds. But can I help you? You ain't got to. Because see, when you're in Shelly garden and it start coming out the ground, you better be glad Shelly's a giver. And the rain then washed some of Shelly seeds to your bearing garden. You don't even know you got seeds in your garden right now. You ain't even plant. But since you close enough to plant us, you about to be blessed too.
Watch yourself.
You know why? Because you keep showing up. And let me tell you something. It's so hard to show up when you ain't got no evidence for showing up. It's near impossible to show up. Oh, but your day is coming. I guarantee you, if listen, you know how does it go in your Bible, Jerome? You know a false prophet when what is said does not come to pass. Judge me this day. I put a date on it. I put a date on it, Shelley. I told you June 21st. You're going to see it in your hand. Now, this is just for the people. Your blood start moving when I start talking. You know who you are. You know who you are. Something woke up in you. Feel causes the ring of truth. The ring of truth start happening. You understand? And this is how you know when you know, is when you're scared to believe. Y'all, you been there before? Like you go, I hope he's talking about me, but I can't think like that because that hurt if you're not. You know what I'm talking about.
Get up.
I'm trying to help somebody, Jerome. You know, when you
I'm past that. I know you talking about me. I ain't worried about it.
Your time is coming, Chef Jay. The time in which you've been preparing, that's over. You're not being prepared no more, Shelley. I promise you. No. Listen, Shelley, in your lifetime, in your mama lifetime, your mama will see exactly the vision that you've been talking about. Oh, somebody want to hit me today. I'm gonna keep going. It ain't gonna get no worse. It might get better, but I'm gonna keep going. Y'all not gonna win without people witnessing. Ain't no story in that, Jerome. Shelley, if you worry about your mama, don't worry. Because she got to see it happen. Or ain't gonna be no story. Oh, y'all don't want to hear me today. No. She gonna be just fine. Because she got to see it. See, some of y'all, you worried about the health of a loved one. Don't worry. Because that's who gonna see it. They good. You've planted your seeds. Some of them you planted because you was angry. Some of them you planted because you believe. But here's how good Jerome's God is. The seeds that's really going to change your life is the ones you planted, not because you believed. No. Those going to help you. You're going to enjoy those, Jerome. That's going to be the cream of the crop. That's when Susan say we will be doing class from Tahiti. That's the one she planted in belief. You understand? Yeah. No, you don't get those. So you don't get those seeds. But we're gonna be able to see those seeds. You hear me? We're gonna be able to see those seeds gonna be shining. The ones you planted, with some incorrect vibrations, you won't even notice them. Don't worry about it. But the ones you planted, not because you believed, not because you disbelieved, you planted because you showed up and I said, do this. And you went, fine, I'll do it. The obedient seeds. I done fooled around and said something, Grace.
The obedient seed. You done fooled around. Wow. You done fooled around in my house again.
Because you got more obedient seeds than you got believing seeds. So you want to act like you believe in every damn thing you're doing, but that ain't the truth. But you get up and you show up and you go, but I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna not do nothing. And I'm not about to repeat what I did. So I'm gonna do what he said. I got these prompts. I'm gonna do them. Come on, Jerome. Come on, Jerome. Come on, Jerome. See, y'all out here thinking God blessing you because you believe. That's foolish.
I'm doing Pathbender, and when I get to that 6th day or whatever day it was, Grace, and I had already started a journal And then the path burner will say, start your journal. I already started the journal. Where the hell did that come from? Wait a minute.
Great. You're about to be blessed, not because you believed. Because see, if you what's getting ready to happen for you is everything you did believe in is going to send you, it's going to stamp your passport. That's going to be your mortgage. You understand? Oh yeah, you're going to know which seeds you believed in because it's going to look like milk and honey, golden streets. It's going to fundamentally, it's going to damn near look like generational wealth, Grace. You're going to know it when you're going to know which ones you believed. You're going to know which ones they are. The bad ones, you ain't going to know about them. But them obedient seeds, those, you got 1 million of those. And the reason why it's going to happen in this season that way, because Source wants to show you that it's not always about believing. It's about showing up and doing your job. Next season, that'll be believe season. See, once you get this obedient level, then you can't depend on that no more, Shelley. That's supposed to become nature, a virtue of you now. Then you got to go and believe in level. But that's 2 years from now, baby. Don't worry about that. That's not the season you in. That's not the season you in. The season you in right now is you've been planting seeds, Renee. 3 years now, Susan. 5, 6 years now, Susan. Obedient. And the crazy, that's right, look, 10, I say 10 years. Here's the deal. The crazy thing is, them damn things, they came out the ground, you know. Come on now, don't fool me. I need some folks. I need some real folk.
Come on, sir.
That say I don't see it. I don't see nothing from what I did. I'm not gonna lie to you, Antonio. I
in the ground. The ground is around this shit.
I don't see it. I don't see it yet.
I don't. That's right. I don't see it yet. But think about. I need y'all to get that. You've got a good decade of good doing. You can't see nothing good from it. Come on, Jerome. You almost got a strain to see it. Well, I mean, this one thing did happen good. No. God's way better than that, Jerome. You ain't got the strain to see God's blessings. It's about to come up. It's about to come up. There is a movement in this universe to where the dirty cup has been real loud. Something happened yesterday that blew my mind. Didn't say nothing. I didn't bring it up on purpose. But if you do CNN fact check, town hall, that'll be enough keywords to see what happened yesterday. Just do it while I'm talking. See, that's that dirty glass energy. But the universe is correcting itself, Phil, and you and I both know it. And the clean glass season starts summer solstice 2023. So if you can't remember what day I said in June, just summer solstice. Summer solstice. Just remember that. Summer solstice. This has been divinely orchestrated. And you are an agent of change. I'm not talking about stars and zodiacs. I'm not talking about what you call it when you read the newspaper, horoscopes. There you go. I'm just telling you that there is a science to some things. And in that, Stephanie, if you've been obedient, there's a return of your blessings coming to you. And if you don't believe, Shelley, that God has a return of your energy for you, then you need to reevaluate your spiritual beliefs. Because if you believe, especially if you're Christian, you are not allowed to believe that God is mocked, that what the good you've done is void. These are heretical. You're not allowed to believe that God then blessed everybody else but you. So if you have a Christian background and you think God then accounted for every seed but yours, you've been bamboozled. And you need to have some serious quiet time, because God has not forgot a single hair on your head and not a tear drop from your eyes. You are fertile soil, and some things take longer to grow than others. And that is just the way it is. Go ahead, Grace. We own it today. I don't know what the hell happened to class today. Go ahead though.
Law asks, when you've been naughty and missed a day or two, do you just add it to the next day or start at day one again?
I would start, you don't necessarily have, maybe start at day one to review, just to catch that vibration, but just pick up right where you left off. The path bender there is about mastering each day, not accomplishing each day, but mastering each day.
How you doing?
Okay, Susan, that I was talking about. She's doing private business. Exactly. That's crazy, Susan. Crazy. Blew my mind. Oh my God. Anyway.
I was shocked at how unprepared CNN was. It
was a travesty. So, anyway, if you just
I don't
Google
even
the
know
words,
why they did it to begin with.
And every single thing said was just a brazen lie, for God's sake. Wow.
Yeah, total lie.
And the day after, oh my God. Anyway, there's just insane. That's dirty glass energy. And there are fields in this world that kept the faith when they should not have. You hear me? Look, Stephanie, they Googled it. Don't show your screen, Greg.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's clean glass energy, there's clean glass Susan, clean glass fields. Chef Jay, your time is coming. Now, Grace, repeat this question for me if you're not. Oh, you missed a day or two yet. What you do is you just go back to the day you don't feel like you mastered. And please be easy on yourself. The path bender, I probably should have wrote this in the book, maybe I'll do it. The path bender there is meant for you to always continue. You'll see. It'll make sense as you keep reading. It's not meant for you to do 40 and stop. It's meant for you to repeat those 40 days every day. You'll see. You'll see how it grows. I put a lot of thought into it. That's why I told you, I didn't want to release it the first week, the first month, and I waited 2 weeks, 2 months after that. And they say this week has been a struggle. What a great saying, because here's the deal, Deanna. Struggle comes before praise. And I don't wish struggle upon you, Law. And again, I'm not telling you that your blessings must have pain attached to them. But when you are not living an actualized life, you know what self-actualization means? When you're not living your dreams, let me just simple it up. When you're not living your dreams, Grace, since you don't when you live your dreams, you have deliberately created your dreams. But if you're not there yet, then you just must accept that the way to get there is through struggle. You must accept that. You must accept that if you're not living your dreams currently today and have never, then your path to those dreams is through struggle showing up first. After you get there, you live a different kind of life. But this is important, because if you're not living your dreams, you didn't live them last lifetime, or the lifetime before that, or the lifetime before that. So you literally came here, Deanna, to learn how
to live your dreams. And since you have not learned, your entire incarnation is about mastering resistance. So resistance must keep showing up for you, Chef Jay, because you haven't learned the lesson. But once you get to the point, Grace, when you live your dreams, struggle becomes something different for you. It does. It does. It just, I want to share with you great wealth. And I'm doing it right now by telling you, Shelly, if it is rough, that's what you came here for. You signed up for it. If you live your dreams, you live a different path. It's a different path. When you get to your dreams, the thing shifts. It begins to shift to help others live their dreams. And that's simplicity. There's a bunch more I could say after that, but I'll skip that for right now. So if it's rough, Renee, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be rough. Not because life is hard, because the pressure that you call karma is teaching you how to get past that. Because one day you have to be me and never feel that pressure. I can assure you the pressure on my existence is probably more than you can actually handle. I don't mean that against you. I just mean, just think about who I am, how many people I take care of, and the promises I make and how I have to deliver or people die. No, my existence is very simple, Grace. If I don't deliver, you can't afford your health. Let's keep it real, Stephanie. If I don't come through, you can't afford insurance. If you can't afford insurance, the sickness I didn't cause in your body wins and you die. That is my existence. Every day I show up, Grace. You've never seen me quit. I can't. Because if I quit, millions of people die. Can you imagine walking around with that pressure? See. Some of y'all, it's too much pressure to stay awake as we talking. Now imagine having millions of people's lives at your fingertips. And millions, I'm being modest at millions, because I reach 2 million a day. So we're not even talking about the actual number, Jerome. That's pressure, but I don't feel it. That doesn't mean I don't experience it. Those are two different things. When you live your dreams, I got you, Shelly. When you live your dreams, the thing changes for you. But if you're not there, you're not behind, I need you to accept, pull this mic closer. If you don't live your dreams, I need you to fall in love with losing as fast as possible. I need you to enjoy it. I need you to see it as a welcome friend. The faster you do that, the faster you'll be in the top 1%. Go ahead, Shelly.
Well, I think that sometimes that pressure, it can affect you in your body.
Sure it does.
And while you were speaking, it reminded me of last month when I spoke with you about what was my little personal testimony that was unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
And I got chewed up during the call.
I remember that.
When you talked about trusting in the delays, but it was a very helpful and it was a productive conversation. So that particular day, the story that I told you, how the envelope showed up and had been sitting in my office, my manager's office on the desk. I'm looking at it every day and I'm trying to be a good Christian. Like, why does this lady have this envelope just sitting on her desk everyone's sitting at her desk. So here I am coming behind them, cleaning up. But, you know, being a good Christian, you don't pick people things up and look at them. That's not your business, until I had to pick it up because I was cleaning up and flipped it over and saw it was my name. So it ended up on her desk last month. And according to what I shared with you, the other day, I came home from work and it was on my desk where I sit down. So that proves that what was shared actually, you know, they followed through on what they said. So that was a blessing. But what what came to my mind as well is that on last year, on May the 11th, I lost my eyesight in my right eye. And it's been a year now, and it is not, I don't know what, it's like the nerve went dead in it for something. I guess something happened with the artery, the pressure, but I can see out of it again because I couldn't see for weeks. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if I had a mild stroke or something, but as you were talking and I was thinking, I'm like, you know what, today is May the 11th. It's been a year. And even though it is weak and it doesn't seem to move, you know, like it's lazy, it doesn't move like, and I can see. So I was just thinking, you know, I could be here, sitting here a year later, not being able to see at all, but I can see. And I'm just thankful and grateful for that. That's another blessing that I can count.
Well, your body heals itself, and you are very worthy of that healing. I'm going to let you go. So I want you to end. If you forget anything else, I want you to remember the last thing I'm pushing. If you're not living your dreams, this is not a problem. It means you haven't learned how yet. Not this time, not last time. And the only way to learn how is to lean into what is meant to drown you. I'll give you an example. If Jerome jumps.
Okay, I was gonna say, use me, but go ahead, use Jerome.
Okay. Well, if Grace jumps in 3 feet of water on the pool, Parkland Apartments, I'm making something up. Grace gonna hit the bottom like a rock, and feet gonna hit. But if she lean in that 3 feet, she begins to float. Rewind, press play. If Grace fight that water, she gonna drown. If Grace resists that water, she gonna slip, hurt herself, and then drown. Keep in mind, she's more than 3 feet tall. So if she wants to live, she must lean in that water and stand. And then her head will be above the water, she won't die. If she wants to conquer the water, if she wants the water to work for her, she leans in, watch it, and gives into the water. And the water takes away all her weight. Third time, everybody gonna get it. Stephanie, when you lean in and completely give into the present, all the weight that's on you gets lifted. And the thing that was meant to drown you becomes the thing causing you to float. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plant better. You can dominate. Thank you all so much, everybody. We'll see you tonight if you're a pathbender. Love everybody.
Love you more.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.